Check out these members of the Poop Troop. Check out these members of the Poop Troop. Citizen Guardian, a fishes in Lowe's life. My Aussie garden and kitchen. Dusty Data, Garden State Gardener, Ginger Ninja, Gray Man Prepping, Buttercup, Viper, Bob 942, Mama Bear Prepping, Gardener Josh, The Big Blue House Homestead, Prep for It, Sandra Moody, Rocky Mountain High, Recyclable Homestead, RamblinRose Homestead.
Hey everybody, and welcome to this edition of Wide Family Farm. Hold on, I can't hear myself, so there we go. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm gonna put the link in the chat, so if anybody wants to come up, they can. And it was a weird day today. It was like rainy and not nice and hot, just like real muggy and hot today. What was the weather like in your area? Hot? Yeah. Rainy, yeah, did that too. I don't know why, but my screen is so bright, it's like washing me out. Give me a second here. I'll fix the display. Is that better? Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, so if anybody wants to come up, they can. Oh, yay! My favorite person in the whole wide world. What's up?
Hi, folks.
How you doing tonight, Uncle Al? Can you hear me okay?
Oh, we got a reverb in the back.
I don't know what that would be because I don't have another screen up or anything.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't hear anything.
Okay, how's that?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, I have too many screens on sometimes.
Hi, CR. This is the only one I got, I think. So how have you been? Good? How are things going in California?
Oh, it's fine. I still have the dead person in my bed room.
What?
Nobody in Tennessee wants to claim her.
Oh, that's horrible.
That's all right. I have already dead people hanging around me, so I do funerals and stuff, so it's fine. It doesn't bother me until I find a relative that takes the remains. Sounds gory as hell, but it's really clean. She's in a little coffee can in a box.
Aw. Well, that stinks that nobody wants to claim her. What the heck? What kind of family is that?
I don't know. It's from Tennessee. They probably snorted up their nose.
I want to say take some time to thank everybody that's in my chat. Dusty Data's here and Creative Redundancy. I saw you over at Kaylin Strains eating that MRE. And Q Kitchen and Beyond. Of course, Uncle Al's here. And Fishes, thank you so much for being here tonight and hanging out with us on this late Sunday night chat. And
Dave's here.
Like Dave's here. I just saw him dropping by to say hello. Hello, SOP Dave.
If anybody has an extra air conditioner, send it over to David's house, preferably a window one.
Oh, does he have no AC at all?
No. You know how Ohio is right now?
It's horrible.
It's the swamp.
Yeah.
You need AC, not a swamp cooler, folks. Works fine for me because anything I put outside dehydrates and dies. Unless I put them in the covered wagon, which is climate control. Did you see my vegetable video? Mail call?
I think so, yeah. My husband played it.
Yeah. You seen the daikon?
Yeah.
That was grown in one of my special units. It didn't turn out as well. Yeah. You could see if I pulled out a carrot, and this carrot's kind of sick and little. And you're like, good grief, that's 6 times bigger than my carrot.
Yeah.
because I have it.
I have a new video coming out. It's going to come out Tuesday, and I basically am doing a soil test for my beds. So I'm explaining how I do that and stuff like that. So hopefully we can get it corrected by fall and have better vegetables in the one section of our
Right.
our raised
How's
beds.
the Epsom salts working on the peppers?
Oh, fabulous. The peppers are doing really good.
Right. Because I think it was like too much nitrogen, not enough trace minerals like magnesium sulfate in the third one. Are you crushing eggshells?
Yeah.
Okay. That should help. Because when they get spindly and the leaves are not full, because tomatoes and pepper have the same pest, blossom rods, and you're looking like, where are all the leaves gone? And you see a big fat hornworm on it, like, hey, this is better than tomatoes, and start chewing everything down to the bone.
Yeah, that's horrible. No, creative redundancy, carrots are usually, unless there's some unusual carrot out there that I don't know about, it's usually a 2-year for seeds.
Yeah, it takes 2 years on it. First year, it stays in the ground, covered up, and then it'll resprout in the spring. Then you collect the seeds. The best one you want to check out is Old School Prepper. She does the seed collecting on second-year carrots.
Yeah.
And there's Carol.
I didn't wear any red lipstick. I literally just got out of the shower. I was like, I needed to take a shower before this live. So
I wish I would have taken a shower. I'll get one tomorrow sometime.
Oh, congratulations, Carol, on winning the seed bit thing.
Thank you. I was actually in the room this time.
Yeah, I know. There's Joe. Hi, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Thanks for coming in.
I always seem to win when I don't show up. And I always forget to email Joe. Sorry. I will. Definitely, Joe. Thank you.
Yeah, a new tactic they're doing is cutting down the sound. Unless I use this kind of microphone, they cut or quiet on certain phones. So it's kind of like a censorship. So they don't want to hear Uncle Al. And Uncle Al told the truth. And wait, and they're like, oh no, better shut him up. So I can't hear Uncle Al. It's a new tactic to silence people.
I believe it. It's getting weirder.
Yeah. Loads of fun. It's like nobody wants to hear the Red Skull's black. Captain America's awoke.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the real Captain America.
Mm-mm. Yeah. Mm-mm. He's been taken.
Because he's anti-American. Like, ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, that doesn't sound right.
Maybe we're unaware that the invasion has already taken place.
Yeah, a secret invasion. Also,
the body snatchers, like the
old
movie.
And it's like, I think they made a movie on that, and then
what did they? They would just screech at people who weren't snatched.
Yeah,
I can't.
Yeah, basically, they made 2 videos of it.
Terrifying that movie was.
What's already happened? They're in our school system, in our colleges, university, in politics. I have a solution. Let me find it. But we don't talk about politics. We're talking about growing carrots.
Oh, good. Good. You remembered as soon as you took out your hammer.
Yeah. No, but Courtney's doing good on our peppers.
Yeah,
they should.
So far, they're doing great. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was
the weather's kind of weird, and like I said, folks, get ready for September because we might have a whatchamacallit, because it's a strain on the electrical system. You see, the youngest one is West Coast, the middle one is Texas, but Texas is run independent from the rest of the grid. And then you have the East Coast and Central States, which is like, oh my God, that system's 185 years old. Or was it 175? Wait, they did electricity in 1885.
Yep.
So it'd be 145 years old?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
The East Coast electrical system.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, you don't have to worry because Florida is the newest part.
But ours sucks. It's like as soon as we're going to get hit with a 1, ours is probably going to go out where I'm at.
Right, because you guys get hit with hurricanes and the soil condition, because that's why the reason all the power poles are cement, because they put wood ones
Yep.
and the termites eat them and it's
Yeah.
blacked out. So that was kept going until the 40s, and they electrified Florida. What do you mean we have air conditioning? Because the only air conditioning was at the big resorts because they had their own diesel generators.
Mm.
And if you were a cracker or per people from the north of Florida, you were out there. Get another swamp cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, swamp cooler in Florida.
Josh, we get a new one every year, pretty much.
Oh, you
in
could
certain
cheat on it.
areas.
You could
No,
put
they
in
patch it
a
together.
cooler coil inside the swamp cooler, like I did for my friend, and we put in crushed ice on the waterbed. So instead of regular warm water, it's ice cold at 40 degrees. So you get 40 degrees of ice cold, moist air comes in the house.
Nice.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, because I lived in Florida with my friend, and worst thing I hate was the little poisonous snakes, the pythons, the gators,
The
and
pythons
the local.
weren't here back when you were here.
Yeah,
They were not.
there.
No,
They were
weren't.
there.
No,
So were the iguanas.
No, they happened
Iguanas
after
jumping off of
Andrew.
the trees, landing on
You
my
said
head.
you were here during Andrew. That was after Andrew that we had the python.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah,
like I said, it's fun.
Don't
hi,
make us
Bob.
sound that
Hi,
way.
CD.
Hey, Bob.
But yes,
Thanks for
now we
coming
have
in.
a serious python problem, but it's in Broward County and below. So
Yeah.
Oh, it's further south.
yeah, it's further south. Well, because they need to stay warm. If you
Yeah,
go above me,
because
it starts to chill. You get chill hours when you're above Palm Beach County.
Right, and then you die, and then you. It's
What
like,
about the massive iguana problem? Now, the iguanas, can they survive in your county and higher, or is that also with the
Well, the
pythons?
same thing. It's the same
It's the
thing
same
because
thing.
they're like cold blooded. So when we would have cold snaps, that it was like raining iguanas. We would actually have them falling from the sky.
falling from the trees.
And what people didn't realize was not all of them died. So they'd pick them up, put them in their car, thinking
warms
they were
them right
dead.
up.
And they'd get a nice surprise on their way home. Because
Attack
the
of
South
the iguana.
Americans and some of the Central Americans will just fry them up, eat them, barbecue them.
Oh, yeah.
And their meal came to life in the back of their car on their way home.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
But they
'Cause
make
they're
great tacos.
Huge. They get huge. And I'm sure they got like, that's a big fat one. Let's get that one.
Yeah.
And
we've
they've
been
got like
watching
long
these people-
claws
Hi,
too.
Dad.
To
My
go up the
husband has been
trees.
watching on YouTube that kill them. They don't kill them; they catch them, and they can't kill them on YouTube. But they catch them in Florida because there's such an overpopulation of them.
Yeah,
and they're catching all different types of ones, like unusual gray ones, and like all different kinds of ones. And like
we
growing
just
up,
we don't have those
Lizzie,
the ones
Dizzy,
that swim in the ocean.
Yeah.
We just don't have those. Like the
No,
Galapagos
it has
ones.
all the
It's a different
Mexican
type.
and Central
Yeah.
American ones.
Yeah, my brother growing up, we used to have an iguana, and she got really huge. And you could put her on a leash and everything, We'd leave her out on the sun porch, during the day, and she would like hang on the screens, and she loved it. But she didn't live very long when she got really big.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they get older, they're susceptible to cold. And if you have a big flying water bug problem, they eat those too.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
susceptible
But
to
what drives me
diseases.
nuts is, remember the parakeets
Mm-hmm.
and the lovebirds that got loose?
Yeah, we had.
Yeah, I mean,
We didn't. It wasn't the parakeets. We still have them. We have Nande conures that are loose that are now kind of part of Florida, and we have the they are parakeets. I'm sorry, Uncle Al. It's a parakeet. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead with what you were saying. But yeah,
yeah,
they're
we
really
have.
cute though.
They're cute. It's
They're
just
better outside, I think.
right, except when you have a couple of hundred outside your apartment building.
True.
Like, hello there, at 3 a.m, and like, what you're doing is wrong. I'm like, who the hell's out there? Look up in the trees. There's four or five parakeets mimicking what they hear in the apartment. I don't love you. And I had one speaking Spanish at me. I'm like, oh God, I'm in hell. No, I'm in Florida. And then get smacked in the
Florida's
head
not
with
hell.
another
State.
flying water bug. Those are big flying cockroaches. I'm just standing on the balcony, and next thing, and my girlfriend inside there, it's nothing. just watch where you're stepping. I'm looking outside like, what the hell's coming up? And those days I
Yeah.
carried a 44. So it's like, okay, something's coming up and it's not going to crawl on my leg.
Oh my
Because I
gosh.
was really nervous about Florida. You had gators and all sorts of
Yeah.
weird things coming out of the swamp. I'm thinking of the Gillman creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
they-
aunt and uncle, they get all kinds of weird things in their yard. They get turtles and the turtles are extinct, so then they have to like rope off parts of their yard so that nobody
Mhm.
touches the turtles. And
The
then they
gopher
get
tortoises, yep.
armadillos. The armadillos come across the yard. I've never seen an armadillo before. Like I've seen them, obviously, but not like in the flesh. You know,
You
It's kinda
usually see them
weird.
dead on the side of the road. That's the most that you see of them is just poor things are dead. And they carry leprosy, actually. They
Yeah.
Yeah,
carry
they
leprosy.
do.
So you
And
don't want to be
the other
going and,
disease,
huh?
the other disease other than leprosy, I forget what the hell they call it.
What
Um,
other than leprosy? They carry leprosy, and I don't know what else.
They carry something else. It was in my
Leprosy was the
books.
big one that kind of threw me. I didn't know that
Yeah.
about them.
Because my relatives in Texas says you have to be really careful on armadillos because their friends were like, "Here's a delicacy," and they're holding up a small armadillo, and we're Japanese. I'm like, what the F word, F word, F word? Japanese don't eat armadillos,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, this is
Floridians
called a
usually
Hoover
don't.
pig, and like,
No, you definitely don't want to eat an armadillo because if you catch a leprosy,
we're looking at them like,
there is no cure
no.
for leprosy. So
Yeah, you don't want leprosy and chef.
I don't
No,
believe
that's
there's
what-
a
It's
why
a
cure
my-
for it.
bacterial disease. They sometimes can cure it, but not. It's
Yeah.
not like the biblical leprosy that we heard about. Because now we have antibiotics. If you catch it early enough, you're okay, but you still don't want it.
Yeah.
Right, because
Yeah.
back in
Delicious
the
meal. Oh, there goes my finger. No.
right, because back in those days, during the Great Depression, part of my family was in Texas, and it was East Texas, the piney thicket, and we got jackrabbits, raccoons, possums, real good eating. And we're Japanese, like, what the F word, F word, F word are we doing in Texas? Because
Mhm.
my great granduncle owed money to, I forgot what idiot he owed money to. The singing cowboy idiot. It's not Gene Autry. It's before Gene Autry. And they got stuck there. It took us a while to get out of Texas, like Arkansas.
That's interesting.
We finally got out of Arkansas in 46.
Is there any
Good.
state you like, Uncle Al? Just curious.
Let's see. Hawaii.
Really? You're stuck
Yeah,
there,
Hawaii's
though.
nice.
Yeah, it's pretty and nice and hot as Hades, and you're stuck
Yeah,
there.
it
Like,
rains all the time,
everything
and
has
we
to
go
come to you
fishing,
from
and
the
there's
mainland, just about, that you don't grow
oh,
there.
we adapt. We eat all local. We grow taro. We grow potatoes.
That's
we grow
true. You have the
yams.
taro to wipe your butt with. But those
Yeah.
were the ones that started that whole stupid toilet paper thing because they started freaking out that they were going to be without toilet paper. They were low on shipments or something, and it got
Right,
across
use
the
taro
United
leaves.
States.
If you want
What?
to eat something good, wrap it in taro leaves and eat it like a taco, or use it as
Bob said
toilet
that
paper.
also the armadillo also carries TB, tuberculosis.
No, I think he's saying it's like TB on the outside of your
on
body.
the outside of your
The
body.
disease, yeah.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
it's a
I gotta say
bacterial
hello to
disease.
Bob
So it
and
probably has
SD
one that
Mountain
you
Man
can't cure anymore.
and Lizzie.
But when we got into this time of antibiotics, TB was also cured for a while until they
What?
got
Until they got
antibiotic
resistant.
resistant
Mhm.
forms.
There was something else too. They also had malaria. They had malaria until in some parts of Florida until 47.
Oh, gee, I wonder
Until
why. We have
because
like mosquitoes with chainsaws down here that can cut
right,
through
and
just about
then they
anything.
discovered DDT, and it wiped everything out during the 50s because they would spray it on. You seen those old 50s videos where they show they're spraying kids with DDT, they're spraying the playgrounds with DDT, they're spraying the farms with DDT, they're spraying the whole state of Florida. Gift from
Oh,
Walt
that's
Disney World. We're spraying everything with DDT. Yeah, it killed the mosquitoes,
Yeah,
but
that's
your
all.
capture rate went up too.
Yeah. When was that? What years were those? That they
Oh, that was
did
the
that?
50s.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, because I was here 79. So
Yeah, they stopped doing that when the birds were going, "Eek."
yeah,
Too much
Yeah.
DDT.
we have to definitely be more careful now with our waterways and people concerned about that. But then again,
Yeah.
on our west side, we had that green lake that they dumped into Tampa Bay, which was
Yeah,
a
didn't they
crying
had a
shame.
fertilizer accident and you have red tide now?
Well, some of that was runoff, which a lot of states have into their waterways, but because we're an aquifer and we're surrounded by water, yes, we have red tide now.
Yeah, you have red tide.
But that's like a buildup too. Well, there's a lot
So
of
you
places
have a
though.
big issue with that. I didn't
What?
realize.
Yeah, we do have a big issue with red tide now. Yeah.
Yeah,
But red tide has
because
always been, it's gotten worse and worse because of the runoff, because of agricultural and the sugar industry started it with a lot of the stuff that they were using. Then they brought over the cane toads, and now we're infested with cane toads.
oh,
Yeah.
folks, don't lick the cane
Monoculture was
toads.
not good to Florida.
Yeah,
Monoculture was not good to Florida.
don't lick the cane toads. You see
Yeah.
people, I lick the cane toad. That's why you're wearing your underwear on your head.
And that's why you're in the ER because they're highly toxic.
Yeah,
Don't lick
because
the cane
people get
toad.
high on cane
Not
toad
these.
poisoning.
No, it's a different frog. It's a different frog. It's
It's a
not our
different
toads.
frog.
Yeah, it's a different one. It's not the cane
Which
toad.
frog is it? Toad frog, whatever in Florida.
It's not in Florida. What they did in Florida was some of the kids were trying angel trumpet tea as a hallucinogenic, and it sent a lot of kids to the ER and killed a couple of them because that's also toxic. And then
Yeah.
that rumor went around because they thought it was like another toad. You don't lick a cane toad. It kills our dogs. Like there's a real serious that toxin that's on their back. It's a neurotoxin, and you have to wash your dog's mouth out sideways. You got to make sure you don't wash it down their throat because you can kill them if they have enough like around their mouth from just biting down on one. It's killed like a lot of like terriers, like pit bulls are one of the dogs, and the small terriers that hunt get killed by it a lot,
That's
and
horrible.
Right.
hounds.
You know,
It's really
also
sad.
bad thing for
Sad.
gardeners down there is that stupid pepper tree. I hate those things.
The Brazilian pepper.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's real invasive.
because I've been in a wildfire. It's like, okay, let's go
What is
camping. What do you
that? I
mean we
don't
have
know
to
what
run
that
out of
is.
Florida because there's a wildfire?
What is
Yeah.
that? I've never seen it or heard of
I
it.
haven't either, really. Maybe Uncle Al
It's a
can tell. I
big
thought it
kind of
was a
whitish
vine.
tree.
Oh,
And
wait. No, you're talking about the Melaleucas? Are you talking about our
it could be
Melaleuca
Melaleucas. I
trees
can't
that they
remember.
peel? The ones that peel and they cause a lot of like caustic symptoms on people.
Right. And also,
Okay.
once flame hit it, it just burns like a human
It might
torch.
be the Melaleuca trees. It might be.
Yeah,
That's
because
what
they
you're
had
thinking
one
of.
tree
Wow, that
there. We
almost
went
makes me want to look it
camping,
up.
and it was horrifying. I'm like, oh my God. Went to Florida to escape from the wildfires of California. Next thing, I'm running towards
Yeah.
the beach.
It's
Yeah.
really rare that we have any kind of wildfires here. So yeah, it must have been lightning hitting that tree because it's not a common thing in Florida to have wildfires.
No.
We do get them, but they're usually out in the glades when it's very, very dry.
Yeah, that's where it was.
Very dry. We've got
You
to
said
be in
it's
like a
called a
drought.
Melaleuca tree?
Mm-hmm. There's a tree called Melaleuca tree that causes caustic symptoms, but the other one that's invasive is called Brazilian pepper, but I thought that was a vine, but it could be a tree.
Yeah, I can eat kudzu. That's a Japanese import that came from Georgia and almost ate Florida.
No, it almost ate northern Florida. It's not down here as much unless people are planting it, and that could be possible.
Viper.
Oh,
Florida
there's
man.
Viper's right
Hey,
down there.
Viper. So, any news yet?
Not yet.
How long have they been there?
The Melaleuca tree.
Since Saturday.
Okay. Yeah, see it peeling? There's that one picture right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're kind of
Peeling.
white.
Yeah.
Now, what exactly
Wait,
does this cause
we-
when you touch it?
Well, it just people, it's not necessarily when you touch it, it's the symptoms from the pollen. People get really bad like allergies
Asthma?
from it, like horrible allergies.
And it's all over, huh?
Yeah, I don't know how all over it is because a lot of people are taking them down off their land, but tea tree is Melaleuca, so I mean the Australians have it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Another
that's how
invader.
they make tea tree oil then, huh?
Yeah, it's part of that family. I don't know if it's the same real tree. Because the first time I ever saw them was when we moved where we are now, and the church actually liked 3 of the trees that were there, and they were Melaleuca. The pastor's wife thought the trees were pretty, didn't know what they were, and they left them on the property. And it turns out like they were causing all kinds of issues with people who went to the church, because it was just when they would pollinate, people who already had allergies were just like even more so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
Des
Aussie
says
Garden
it's
and
from
Kitchens,
Australia and they
there's
have
heaps of them over there.
heaps of them over here.
Yeah. But I don't know if it's the same like Australian, like how Australian has their own tea tree Melaleuca. I don't know if it's the same one.
That's really
Others different.
interesting.
Yeah. I'll have to look it up some more.
Yeah, I've been doing pretty good foraging on the trees I planted around here. I got a whole bunch of peaches and I got a whole bunch of black cherries and I got something, I can't remember what kind of fruit it is.
I do
I
miss
think
that
it's a
from
loquat.
California. You have the like 10B, but you guys can grow peaches and cherries and all the other stone
It seems like in
fruits.
Florida, there's just like a ton of invasive species there that, I mean, aren't they having problems? What's that one fish? It's
Which
like
one?
Oh, the loaves.
Yeah, the lobe.
Moi?
No, it's the tiger fish or
Tiger shark.
Oh no, the lionfish you're talking about.
Lionfish,
Yeah,
that's
some
it.
genius. I don't
Close
know who
enough.
let that one out.
Yeah, I
Tiger-
think it
Tiger
escaped
King.
from an aquarium.
Tiger King.
Yeah, escaped
Yeah.
my butt. Somebody
Yeah,
probably
everybody's nervous
got
about
rid
the
of it.
snakeheads.
That's what I was gonna say the last stream that I forgot. People out here are releasing goldfish and they're into the wild and they're growing like insanely
got-
huge.
Yeah.
people do that.
Just to see
Because they're
it,
idiots.
probably.
I think it's cool looking.
Yeah, the Asian Gardner Josh said the Asian carp, I guess, in the Mississippi River is like
Mhm. Huge
unreal.
issue.
And there's
and they want that name changed, by the way, because it's
Racist.
Yeah,
And they're coming out of the
But
water
that's
and
what it
hitting
is.
people in the face.
It comes
Don't
from Asia.
call us Asian carp. I'm not kidding. Go to YouTube and you see these carp jumping out of the water, hitting
people
people
are
in
like
the
Oh,
face.
going
no, I
down
know, I've
the
seen it.
river in their speedboats
Yeah, I've
or
seen it.
their tugboats, and they're getting whacked in the head. They're everywhere
They're whacked in the
Okay.
head by these fishes and loaves.
by
Yep.
fishes and loaves.
Yeah.
I like how
Also-
on your video, Courtney, you're like, check out these members of the Poot Fishes and Loaves Lounge.
I might have
Like,
to leave the A
fishes.
in front of my name. I'm gonna have to go fix that. Make sure it stays.
Yeah, everybody's scared of the snakehead fish
Yeah.
because it comes out of the water, eats dog food, snarls at you, and goes back in the water. It's like, I'm like, here's my wallet, here's my cell phone, leave me alone.
Fishes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
But the
those things.
lionfish, they put on the menu, Courtney. They have now, just like they go and hunt the pythons, they have gatherings where
thank
they
you,
go
Petra.
out, and the scuba divers will go out and hunt the lionfish and bring them in, and they sell them too. Some people are, using it as a way to make money, but I have never been drawn to eating a lionfish, no matter how much.
I didn't think you could because I thought they were poisonous.
Yeah, they are.
Just
It's
like,
like
a
fugu.
puffer. They use it like a puffer fish. They somehow fix it
around
in
it.
a way it's not.
Yeah,
gonna
but if
tell
you do it
you.
wrong, you end up like
Yeah, that.
Homer System.
Yeah. You're just a little paralyzed.
It's okay,
Yep.
Ginger. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us. I appreciate you.
We'll probably, figure out a way to just stick the things just part way into people's foreheads and save, on those shots pretty soon. We'll just take the lionfish out and go just a little bit.
Just a little
look.
bit.
Hi,
Just a little
Hedgehog.
bit.
Hello, Hedgehog Homestead. Thank
No
you for
more
coming in.
wrinkles.
Just
I
a
wonder
little
who would
bit.
volunteer for that, to see if they could use lionfish instead of Botox.
Wow.
That's funny.
Some
That'd be
idiot.
weird.
Hey, LA would, I think.
I was gonna say
Right?
some idiot out here would.
Yep,
Wouldn't
Yeah.
doubt it.
for sure. I know.
Yeah,
have
tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Too hot.
Fishes. They're gonna go look at it.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
I'm
Wow.
very nervous, anxiety's crazy. And then
I'm
my
sure.
dad's getting all pissed off because my mom lost she lost a lens to her glasses,
Mm-hmm.
and so now my dad, of course, Mr. Overreactor, um, he said she lost one of her glasses. You know what I feel? It's like everything is against us to not take the house. Since you drop us at the airport, every move is negative. Because ever
Uh-oh.
since they left, like once they left, it was a nightmare
Mm-hmm.
to get into the airport. So that was, annoying.
Yeah.
And then it was a flight there. And then when they got there, it was raining. Um,
Oh.
so it was always something for them. And then
Yeah.
and then they got to the hotel. Then this morning they drove off to go to where they needed to go, and of course there was a semi accident on the highway, so traffic was backed
Mm-hmm.
up. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I'm like, it is what it is. Just I told him like stop looking at this negatively.
Yeah.
So
What was that word?
negatively.
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 Negatively. We need that on a shirt.
They're old. They like to complain like my mom.
Negatively.
With just a line across.
No, negatively. Or would that make it negative if you negate it? I don't know.
Just put a minus sign under the word.
Negatively not allowed.
negatively.
No, I cook Sunday dinner for the church. I use 3 Instapots. I had about 2 gallons of short ribs and prime meat, and I
Mm.
put like 3 Instapots, 3 sticks of butter,
Mhm.
potatoes, a little bit of tallow in each, a lot
Oh.
of broth, a lot of potatoes and carrots. So they have a nice hot boiled dinner, which was
Nice.
cabbage, potatoes, turnips, and short ribs and beef. Hey, I know how to feed 15 people. I lost one. So they eat good. They have
So
a nice
14.
salad and a cupcake.
Oh no, Vitra.
I haven't been
Right.
eating very good lately. Okay, I don't know what's going on with me, but
Me either.
past few days has been horrible. Gonna have to confess on Friday morning.
We'll have a confessional.
I
instead of
don't
a-
know if it's the weather or what's going on with me, but it's been horrible.
Stress.
And ice cream is just like I've been wanting ice cream so horribly. So
I got a recipe from the Depression era. It's cold and tasty, but you're going to freak out. It has sugar, egg whites, and I'm sorry, it's either dates or prunes or raisins chopped
oh, well, I
into it.
love dates. Oh my gosh, I would love
Okay, you
to
do
make a
dates.
date shake.
I have to find in my recipe file.
Dates are so
You
good.
make it out of egg whites. You put it in the refrigerator, let it cool and set. It's a
Mhm.
whip. It's date whip or prune whip, or they
Hey,
had a
Gil,
lot of
thanks for coming
whips.
in. Gil's
Mhm, they
on
did.
Facebook, y'all. If you can't see him, you can say hi.
Hey,
to
Gil, he's on
Mhm.
Facebook.
Hi, Gil.
I've been reading a lot of desserts from the Depression era.
Yeah.
They ate a lot of weird gelatin. They had a lot of
They did.
whips.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
their gelatin like molds always had something weird in them.
I know.
Like mayo.
Yes.
Like mayo and
Now, the
gelatin.
worst one I read was corned beef, dates, apple slices, and cherries. And it was a dessert thing. I'm
Even
like,
you're making a face at that? Wow. It must
yeah,
have been.
it was like
Well, the
horrible. Like,
combos aren't right, you know? Well, the weirdest
But
I
Uncle
think
Al
my
eats
grandmother
everything.
got with that
I wouldn't
is
eat that. That's
she would get
where,
the lime
no.
green jello and put carrots shavings in it. That's the
That
weirdest.
was normal.
Yeah.
What
But
people
other than
did in the
that, like there's
30s,
nothing too weird.
if they didn't have carrots, they would put lime green jello and peas and sauerkraut. I thought that was horrifying.
Hey, I'm Puppy Breath. This is the first time
It's
seeing you in
like
the chat. Thanks for being here.
it's gelatin. It's not jello. Gelatin from the powders, and then you add your own food coloring. You add some green food coloring. Then you add the sauerkraut and the canned peas. I'm looking at like, oh
Yeah.
God. And then you add the vinegar and the vanilla. I'm like, oh God. You know, I have my limits of eating weird foods,
Yeah.
and that combination sounds horrible.
Yeah. Bob said the baked apples. Yeah, baked apples. What my grandmother also used to do is get the strawberry jello, and then she would shred apples up and
The
put it
Bob.
in with the Jello. And it's seriously, it's probably one of the best desserts I've ever had. It's really good. But I mean, other than that, it's never gotten too weird. But I have seen cookbooks from the 50s and stuff with the weird combinations of Jello. And there's one specifically my mother makes that nobody liked because she insisted it was like a green, like a puff or a whip or or whatever, and
It's a
she,
whip
instead
or
of
a puff. Trust me,
yeah,
I've been
instead
reading
of
those.
using Cool Whip like you would think, like a nice cherry fluff or pineapple fluff, she used cottage cheese, and I thought that was disgusting. I was like, who
cottage
puts
cheese.
cottage cheese in that? I forget what it was called. Some kind of green marmal something, or
You
Marmalade.
can make
I don't know, but
the
it was freaking weird.
marshmallow one. I like that.
Yeah,
That's the,
marshmallows. Yeah, that's good, but not
marshmallow one
cottage
with
cheese.
cherry. What else is in it? It's cherry, marshmallow. What is that one that's like for Christmas? And
Oh, those are 50s recipes.
yeah, but it's
Yeah,
really yummy, and maybe has
it was.
coconut in it. I forget what
Yeah,
else it has in
pistachio
it.
was pretty good too. The worst ones I had that I tried in the kitchen from my family cookbook was pork peanut butter stuffed baked onions. And I'm like,
Peaches Pop.
Oh, that sounds good.
I know
Yeah,
it
but
isn't.
a lot of Asian cultures use peanuts in some of their stuff. That might actually be good.
No,
It
this is
might have
peanut butter. It was from Texas. They core out an onion, chop it up, add none of the Asian spices to the pork, but Mexican spices and peanut butter, and stuffed it into a baked onion. I almost vomited when I recreated. It's like, okay, I know what yeah,
I think it's Waldorf salad.
Waldorf salad.
it was horrible. It was like, what the hell were they thinking? I know they were starving, so they had plenty of onions because they grew onions for the produce. So my family was like, let's get creative. Let's add, it's just like miso. We'll just chop it up and put it with peanut butter and pork and stuff it into an onion.
No thanks.
And it was worse because I read notes, added hot sauce and soy sauce to improve the flavor. So I did that. I nearly vomited twice. It's like,
that's so weird for somebody that likes cottage cheese sandwiches.
I know I'm weird. I like cottage cheese sandwiches. It's not that bad, but this was disgusting. It was like,
it's bad, Uncle Al.
I just can't say it.
Right?
But
yeah, I think you're right, Julie. It's called an ambrosia.
Ambrosia. Although my mother-in-law would make it, but she would make it with like a different.
Right, I like marshmallow ambrosia. I think that's great.
The marshmallow ambrosia was good.
Yeah,
I
there is
think
one
you
specifically I like. It's like a pistachio one, and it's green, and there's marshmallows in it, and it's absolute fabulous. But
okay,
there was one time I made the
one.
mistake thinking that somebody made that, and I tasted it, and there was cottage cheese in it instead of marshmallows in the Cool Whip or whatever. I'm like, what made somebody think that cottage cheese? I mean, it was kind of runny. No thanks, I'm good.
Yeah, it would have that texture, that Steam Mountain Man, just about similar.
Yeah. The cottage cheese sandwiches. It's cottage cheese whipped.
Have a good one. Creative redundancy.
It's cottage cheese, cream cheese, and then you add your vegetable kind of mix to it. It's not bad. It's more like a spread. But you have the cottage cheese as a base.
Makes sense. Okay.
Because I'm trying to lose weight because I can't eat meat. I love meat. Make a meat sandwich, steak on steak with bacon and a little cheese. I don't like the lettuce, so I just leave the lettuce out and just eat the meat.
Wow. They told you low protein diet?
Yeah. Because my kidneys can't take it, and it's like, you got to cut out all these foods. I'm like, what do I have left to eat? Multi-grains and vegetables. And I'm looking at them like, I'll die and drink beer and eat cheeseburgers. But they'll say you go blind and blah, blah, blah. So I quit eating all sorts of favorite meats.
Yeah.
I have a book of meat. I showed it a couple of times on the videos. I like sweet brains. I like kidneys. I like liver. I make a pretty good liver pate with peanut butter. Now that came out really good because I use half a bottle of really expensive cognac in it. Because Ask Viper, he's French. He knows what I'm talking about. Patés. the meat patty, meat paste.
Do you cook a lot with wine, Viper? Is there something I didn't know about you? You're using that expensive cognac.
Good to see
Yeah,
you.
a little
Jimbo.
cognac for me, a little cognac for the pate, a little more cognac for me, a little cognac for the peanut butter, a little bit more cognac for me, and lots more for the chicken liver or beef liver or whatever I have to dump in. So by the time I finish with everything, no
Could be
cognac.
dumping on the floor. of
That
the
makes the
kitchen.
liver taste better.
Yeah, everything tastes better after that.
That's right, for sure. Delicious. So
And I
good.
think Bella sneaked in. Hi, Bella.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah,
for
I
coming
like
in.
cooking. It's like I'm working on my old Richard power bar thing. I got the foaminess of the milk. Now I have to improve the. If you eat this, it's like eating a steak dinner with all the proteins and stuff. And I've been reading how the Aztecs made it into a power drink, but I can't kill people, which they used to use. Aztec chocolate is different than. I can't sacrifice. Well, sacrifice the virgins. How am I going to find a virgin nowadays in America? Excuse
Especially
me.
in California. Good luck.
Yeah. Are
good
you a
luck with
virgin?
that.
It has
Then
to be
you'll
a female
creepy
virgin.
old
I'm going
dude
like,
at the playground. Excuse me.
it's like, yeah, it's going to be horrible because it's like you could tell the difference. And I read the writings of the virgin sacrifice chocolate and the regular chocolate made with animal blood, and it's like you could really taste the difference. And it was like Spanish explorers, like,
bar there, Uncle Al.
ew. It's like I could understand the cocoa beans and make the cocoa liquor, and then wash the thing with the blood of sacrifice, and
See you later,
add
Gil.
the. See you later, Gil, and
Have a
add
good one, Gil.
the whatchamacallit, cayenne powder and some kind of other red powder, so it looks like dark red mud when you drink it. And it's supposed to give. If we gave a glass to Courtney, she'll be jumping around the room because it says so much energy. You could drink one of these drinks and walk for a day with full pack. The Spanish says. It's also weird because it was Montezuma's favorite drink. It was foamy red mess, just drink gallons of it, which is strange.
Wow. Hope
So, Carol, you
everybody
like
had a great
chocolate?
dinner.
Not your kind, Uncle Al.
What?
That. Prep for it. Whoa.
Oh, prep
Hey,
for
Tasha.
it. Hubby is still on the internet. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm looking for it. I'll be right back. I want to get my
Hey,
peppermint
where's the
oil.
Bob at? Where's the
Sore.
Bob? He's
The
not
Bob
in
Yeah,
is
here.
where's the
eating,
bulb?
and he said he'll be up later.
Okay.
Yeah. He said link me up now.
Oh, you want linked up now, huh? Okay.
The Bob.
The Bob.
I say, listen here, son. I said the Bob.
The Bob.
Remember that chicken, that rooster cartoon?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it
Yeah.
Super Chicken?
No, the chicken from back in the day. I said, listen here. I said, remember that?
What's
chicken?
that on the Muppets?
No, it's a rooster. It's a cartoon.
Foghorn Leghorn.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had a southern accent, big white
Yeah.
rock.
Yep.
Yeah.
I said, listen here. You.
Yeah, Daz got it from Looney
Yeah.
Tunes. Like,
That's the
Mhm.
only reason why I can remember that I have leghorns is from that.
oh, hi, Kim.
Hi, Cam.
Hi, Kim.
Yeah, I love cooking. That's why
Thanks
I
for
always
coming in, Prep, for
volunteer.
it. That's very nice nice of you to come in and hang out with us. Appreciate it. If you guys aren't familiar with y'all's channels, head on
It's
over
fun.
to each other's channels and subscribe, because each one in here has something really different to offer to the
About
table.
me.
And I thought I added Bob. What the heck?
There we
Oh,
go.
that's Bob
There
right
we
there.
go.
He's
Sorry,
smoking.
Bob.
Hola.
I thought I hit the button. I guess I didn't.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
You gotta hit the buttons to let the bob in.
You'll
The
be very
button.
proud of me. I went over to a Filipino farm on Facebook,
Mhm.
or I mean on YouTube,
Mhm.
and she could speak okay English,
Yeah.
and so I liked her, and I told her to tell her community about me, and I watched her videos, and she has a really big farm, and it was kind of cool. So I
Very
went over
cool.
there and tried to expand our wide family farm knowledge
Why
and
not? Yeah.
expansion of our network here.
See if you could get her on one of these live feeds. Would be really nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
that'd be
yeah,
kind
it
of
would.
cool.
Hmm.
Speaking of
You
the
have a
bob,
whole different range of vegetables.
Yeah,
wait, what did you say? Vegetables?
vegetables.
The thing
Um,
there's two things that I find stunning over there as far as food. The
wait,
fish, I have no clue what they are.
yeah, really?
Thousands of different styles, and the fruit. Most of the vegetables are like what we eat mostly,
Right.
But the fruit, I still see stuff in the open markets like, what the heck is that?
Really,
Yeah, even after all the years I've been there.
that's cool. So
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna try and see if I can find her channel so I can share it out.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see your channel too.
Because Bob knows about Jollibee and we're used to mangoes and the purple emo, the ice cream, yam ice cream. You ever have one of those sandwiches, Bob?
Not a sandwich like that, no. But I've seen that purple stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're very creative with heavy cream and almost any ingredients. They can make it
Oh,
into
yeah.
like an ice cream, and it's delicious.
Wow.
Mangoes and whatever else. It's just fantastic, man.
Oh, yeah.
Makes your blood sugar go right through the roof, but
It is
it's,
true.
it's good.
Yeah.
It's real good.
Delicious.
Yeah.
The Bob.
Yes, Carol.
Delicious.
Bada bing
The
boom.
viper.
Hey, Bob, I watched your
Yeah.
dad's videos that you made on World War II. I watched both.
Did you? You see
Yeah,
how much he
yeah.
traveled?
That's insane, dude.
Oh, isn't it though?
And it's like back, like what is this?
All the way around the world and then go back.
And then back and forth and back and forth and
Uh
back.
huh. That's why I made the proud claim in one of my videos that no military force is better at logistics than the U.S. Air Force.
Seriously.
Yeah, because you got to figure those guys had to pack everything up that they needed into a few cargo planes and the personnel and everything and fly to. Morocco to Egypt and then to
Everywhere.
Italy and yeah, he went all over the place. I've got
There's
some
her
of
link,
his
it's in the link.
some
And,
of his
her name is
relics
Annie
upstairs.
Kipka.
That's cool.
Coins and money and
Who's joining us?
It's and the woman that I met, I was on her live. Her name is Annie Kipkan.
Oh, that's nice.
is that the
Mhm.
Filipina?
Yes.
I
Wait,
think
she's
so.
here?
Oh, is she coming up?
No. I just
Oh.
put her link in the chat so that
Oh.
you guys could go over there and take a look.
Okay, let me take a look.
She has a farm and she has like chickens, and I was on her live about 5 days ago, so
Oh,
that's the one
very
I was
cool.
watching. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, she and I got a couple other people from the Philippines. One of them was or around there, wages team official, and
Oh,
they're pretty cool too.
They must
Let me
have
search,
good
see if I can find her
good
channel. Let's see.
Wi-Fi. Because I'm seeing a lot of Filipina girls who are doing channels and ladies.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a big, like even out like in the country, it seems like they're building, like they're in
Yeah.
their
Mm-hmm.
expatriate like husband are building a house, and
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Panay, I forget. That
Also, a
channel.
lot of these all over the country, and if you're near a cell phone
Sipang.
tower,
Well, yeah, that. But I was wondering how they were uploading. You got to have pretty, good cell service too. Like,
side
must
loading.
be a lot of them.
These people have like 4,000 subscribers.
Yeah, it's really different there. Like they get better Wi-Fi reception with a little tiny plug-in device, and we get in a great big module. It's like a behemoth, And they had those for like the last 15, 20 years. Way ahead of us. Way ahead of us, man.
Okay.
Mhm.
same thing
Because
with
it-
Korea and Japan. Everybody
'cause-
has one of these, and
Mhm.
I'm looking at my
Oh, I
grandnephew
remember
in
that with the
Japan. I can't
Japanese.
believe, like,
Yeah.
what the heck? I'm just used to looking at they're doing like calculations, mathematics, computer games, everything on the phones. Nobody uses Uncle Alan. They don't have a laptop anymore. I'm like, I just got this. Yeah, but we haven't had those for 15 years. And look at me
Yeah.
like I'm Fred
True.
Flintstone because they saw
Yeah.
my phone.
Yeah, all those products come out of Japan and Korea, and they're way ahead of us. But yeah, I subscribe to a few expats over in the Philippines. Just chit chat with them a little bit, through messages. But as soon as there seems to be a tendency with many expats, and I don't stay on their channel long, as complaining. Wah, 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 wah. You can't get this. The bread is no good. And the transportation. I was like, okay, click off.
And the ball.
I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Dusty Data just put out a video of me and
Oh, that was
Josh,
hilarious.
and it's freaking hilarious. By the way, we are not singing at all in this video. He
he
did our faces to
He
sing this song.
manipulated the
I
faces.
cannot play this song on our channel because it is a copyrighted song. But
Right.
if you can go over there and take a look at it, it's freaking
Hey,
hilarious.
Chris.
We're singing.
Good to see
I thought you guys
what
were
is it?
singing.
It's not Californication, is it?
Let me play it. Hang on, Courtney.
can't remember.
Let me figure it out. I'll
But
play
it's
it.
freaking hilarious.
Hold on.
I subscribe to that.
California, rest in peace.
Yeah,
That one.
like that.
But I honestly thought it was you both singing. I was like, this is hilarious. They're both synced up. It's perfect.
Yeah, he does a good job. And they're hilarious.
Thank you, Puppy Breath. I believe I got you from Kaylin Strain, watching her MRE taste test this afternoon. So I want to thank you for hopping on over to our live and hanging out with us.
nice.
We're just different. And so thank you for being here.
I subscribe to that Filipinas channel.
Oh, cool.
I want to see what part of the country she lives in.
Yeah, I don't know anything like as far as that's concerned. She was speaking to me in English, but then some of it was in a different language, so I wasn't quite sure.
Yeah.
I believe I'm 99% sure that cockfighting is legal there. Is it not?
It is.
So
Yeah,
I
that's
believe that she
that's-
raises roosters for cockfighting.
That's where your chickens wind up, is at the Sunday Derby.
Yeah.
Or
So
blue.
don't get insulted when you watch that because it is legal over there. So
Sorry.
I hope you guys don't get offended by that, but it is
Sorry
true.
about that, folks.
You see roosters tied to little sheds alongside the roads and vacant lots, and those roosters are going to go to they're prize fighters.
yeah,
They
they're
put
game men.
man, they go in there and they gamble on which one.
You
just,
know what? You should
crazy.
get Gardner Josh's rooster and bring him down, Bob.
No, I get beaten
We
up
hear
like
it
hell.
We
It's like
hear
a
it,
kickboxer
kick
versus
his butt.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. Like, I understand it's legal there.
kidding.
If you guys actually watched cockfighting, it's
What do you
pretty
think?
horrible.
No, it's brutal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been invited to go, but I never have gone.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
not.
teasing
I mean,
Gardner
I
Josh.
love my roosters. I couldn't imagine, but there are specific roosters that are bred for that. So
that's correct.
Yep. Yep. Oh,
Yeah,
trust
they're-
me.
they're-
Yeah. Go ahead, Bob.
They're certainly not a pet. They're
No.
not. They're not in a coop. They usually take 2 pieces of plywood, and that's their shelter, and their leg is tethered to it. And they're not pampered. They're not babied. They are fed,
Yeah.
but they're bred to be. You go in that ring and bread.
yeah, you're right.
Right.
Chris is
And
clever
they
craft.
sell little tiny knives because they always check the legs and they put the knives on the rear spur.
Yeah,
So you
or
have like a
razor
3-inch double razor. It's like
I was gonna say
a
that.
chicken butterfly knife,
blades.
and they kill each other with it, which
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah,
of people
that's
find
absolutely
offensive.
horrible.
Yeah, they got that. They got that from the Spaniards, and I understand in Mexico they got the bullfighting from the Spaniards also.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Well, the Filipinos might have already had cockfighting. It's about a 10,000-year-old society. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it makes sense though too, because then we have that with people getting caught in Miami doing it. Like not as much. You don't hear about it as much anymore, but yeah. They used
Yeah,
to get
it
caught
had
quite a
its
bit.
heyday in the 80s and 90s, and then just
Mhm.
died out.
During the cocaine high days. That's pretty much when they were doing the cockfighting
Yeah.
to raise money for their cocaine habits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
You didn't want to eat the whatchamacallit loser because some really poor people will make. I can't
Yeah,
think of it.
they go pick
Yeah.
them up. They pick them up and they eat them.
I can't think of that bloody dish because it's well tenderized. Bob, you know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
Coco
You
I
have to-
just can't remember it.
Or Vin? How do you say that?
well, they call it the general name for chicken there is manok, and so it
Oh,
could be
okay.
Yeah.
in any like chicken noodles or manok pancit or manok whatever. It could be anything. They probably make them into soup because those roosters are all muscle.
Yeah.
They're solid.
they're
They're tough, man.
usually
Right, but after a fight, they're kind of beat up, like somebody, clubbed them with a baseball bat.
nasty.
You're a noodle.
Yeah, there's a lot of the folks who are hard up for money, and I guess they have a lottery
Noodle.
system for whoever gets to go and get a chicken next that's been killed, and then they take them home and then they eat them.
Yeah.
That's for the folks that really need it.
Yeah. Well, at
Yeah,
least that's the
buddy.
good part.
Hmm?
At least that good comes out of it.
Yeah, something
They
does.
give it to the people that need it. The
I
most.
just can't
Yeah.
remember the recipe.
It's like
It's
in Maine, they give the deers that get hit, the bucks and stuff that get hit to a lot of
yeah,
the
but
poor
it's for
families.
the poor classes of Filipino that can't afford meat, and this is their only meat for the week. So they get the rooster, they say a
Yeah.
little prayer, and they cook them with
Yeah.
rice after hours
Well,
of
that's what I'm
cooking it.
saying, but it's a deer. There's a lot more meat
Right.
to it, but they do it in Maine. They've showed it actually on that show where
I-
they show the cops that
Yeah.
are in Maine. And
Yeah.
They
show
used to
'em
do that here in
delivering it.
Washington. I'm not sure if they still do that.
They might
I'm
not.
not-
It's a deer wasting disease. They probably
Yeah,
don't
I
want
think they
the
quit doing that
Oh.
because of that.
Oh,
Probably don't want to get sued.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
too bad all that meat goes to waste, though.
right.
The
No,
black-
they have to. I think they now incinerate it.
Oh, okay.
So it's that weird smell. You wake up in the morning, you're like, oh God.
Could use it
Because
to
we
catch
have,
lobsters with.
Incinerator here about 3 miles away from my house, and if wind blows wrong, it's like, oh God, it's for the whole county. And like, I know what they're doing today, and I'm closing the window and turning on my AC and my filters.
The wall.
It's like,
There's something I wanted to show you guys because I considered getting this chicken.
Go
and
for
then I
it, Courtney.
realized that it's specifically for game. It's for fighting, basically. It's not
Oh,
for anything else. But I thought this chicken was completely cool, and I wanted one up until I found that out. I'm gonna show you this.
yeah,
It's
you
one of
don't
the
want
largest
to mix
chickens in the
that
world.
jungle bird with your regular flock, or you're like,
hey, Bush.
why was the
family.
Courtney? One of the chickens beat the living hell out of him.
Holy Christmas! Look at those legs on that thing.
Holy
Yeah.
hell.
Where are you looking?
They're really popular in the
Oh.
Middle East,
Baby.
and they stand about 4
God.
feet tall.
Oh, Lord.
It's like a turkey chicken.
Yeah, I really
Okay.
wanted one, but
Friggin'
Yeah.
emu chicken,
Yeah, that's better, Bob. Yes, you.
Mhm.
28 inches tall. Jesus, he's
Oh,
too
Lord.
tall.
I'm sorry.
Imagine if you
that is
piss that
just-
guy off. You'd be in trouble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those legs. Oh my gosh.
That's- That's cool.
It is
We
cool
need, we
looking
need
now.
more of that.
I'd like to see you get them, raise them wild, and just let them out so your neighbors could see them. Well, except your mom, because then it would poop in her lawn in front of her window.
Now, that kind of bird scares me. Probably mutate and eat the little
I hate
dog.
this every time I look at a picture, Pinterest pop up. I don't have Pinterest.
Because
I don't
no,
have Pinterest.
because you got to look at the link.
Oh.
Right.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh. Wow.
Uh,
look at the
Yeah, I just wanted to
size
show
of
you
them.
guys these
It's
pictures.
freakish. Look at that one.
Oh,
But
Lord.
yeah.
No,
It's
man,
It's like
no,
a chicken
no,
on
no,
turkey
no.
legs on emu
No,
legs.
I'm used to the small jungle fowl type.
That one's so pretty. That's the
The
one
fr-
I think showed
Yeah,
me
I thought they were
before.
super cool. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
ugly, but I just thought
That's
they
a
were
friggin'
super-
dinosaur
That's
is
that
what
black
that
and white
is.
one. That one's pretty. The
It's
one
like a
above
T-Rex.
it, like above that freakish one, it looks like a. Like you can actually see the chicken breast outline on it.
Yeah, here you can buy them, but I'm not promoting this site, you guys. I'm just looking at their pictures.
Right.
So weird. Never
I
even
It
just
knew
looks
thought
like
they were
existed.
super
Jurassic
cool.
Park world. Here's a chicken we just raised. It won't kill your kids or eat you. Yeah, next day,
We found it.
Mysterious chickens roaming in Ohio.
We
Family
found
of
the
4 is
chickens.
gone.
You know,
Remember.
I
Mix-
bet those things could really cover ground when they run.
I was
I'll
just
bet
gonna
they would
say-
just zoom. You know,
I was just gonna
Yeah,
say,
they
mix
do
that
look
with the
like
raptor.
Mhm.
Mix
They
that
are
with
like
the
a
raptor.
raptor. There's
that
the
is a
pretty
raptor,
ones.
dude. Look at
Those
that
are
thing.
pretty.
This one
Yeah.
right here that I'm
Those are
pointing at,
beautiful.
I was
Mhm.
gonna get that. That is a Japanese chicken
Yeah,
with the longest
no.
tail.
Pretty.
And I heard their temperament is like wonderful, and they're like a great bird to have, but they have like a huge tail.
It's a turkey.
I wanted to get one like that.
Look
I thought
pretty.
about
Yeah,
it.
until they start
Wow.
eating your kids. No, I don't think so.
No, the Japanese ones won't eat our kids.
Yeah,
They're
these
just
ones I guess have a really good
tiny.
temperament, and they're really nice. What is this? I don't want to join you.
Ads. Pop-up ad.
But, yeah, so I thought that, I forget what it's called, a Japanese something or another. It's a beautiful bird.
What the heck
Have a
is that
beautiful
man with the big
tails.
old?
Then you see the guy with
And
the
of course,
largest
these are
chicken look
Brahmas.
at him like lunch.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Brahmas are also a really, really, really big bird, and I heard they also have a really good temperament.
Oh, what was wrong?
I've never
with
heard of Brahma.
foot?
Yeah,
I've never
this
heard of
right
those.
here.
Burma, but not Brahma.
Brahma.
Burma?
Burma, but not Brahma.
Yeah,
Amongst their
Burma. I've heard of
feathers, I
Burma.
thought it
Yeah,
had
these are called a Brahma
rumble.
chicken, and they're huge. You'll
might
see a
have
picture. There's a picture always circling around Facebook and stuff like that of a little girl standing next to one, and she's like 3, and like next to her, like this
there,
bird
you
is
had
like
it.
humongous.
You had it up there. Keep scrolling up, Courtney. Right there.
Um,
That one at the very top. Scroll up again.
Burma. I might have some brothers and
Scroll up,
sisters
up,
over
up,
there.
up, up,
Dad
up,
was
up, right
stationed there
yeah,
for a
I don't.
while.
That wasn't it. It was like a little girl standing next to one.
But still, that gives you an
Yeah.
idea.
They're freaking huge. Like, look at this guy. I don't know
Wow.
if this. I've seen this circling around. I don't know if that was
Yeah.
like that, but that's a Brahma too.
Right.
Was
Those
he
things
eating
scare
his
me. It reminds me of a
Brahmas?
bad horror movie from the 90s. It's a time when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out. They had mutant chickens of the night, and they're carrying AK-47s instead of, we're not frying chicken tonight. And then people are running, I don't want to die. I've seen a lot of weird movies in the 90s.
Yeah, this is the one that
Wow.
I wanted.
That thing's gorgeous.
Yeah, and I read up on them and everything, and they're beautiful. This is that Japanese rooster I was telling you about. But you almost need a perch for them because their tails
'cause
get
of
so
their
big they
tail.
have to sit on a perch.
Yeah,
But-
it would be.
Holy
Oh,
cow!
so
Look at that middle
pretty.
one.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I was
Wow.
researching, and that, like, they said that their temperament was wonderful,
Click
and
that.
people treat them like pets.
You would have to with those tail feathers.
Yeah.
How could you put that in a coop? It would like
It's a
Ew.
fancy chicken breed.
It'd be covered in yuck, you know.
you do.
Yeah.
Just
Do
grab
the
it
tail.
and put a rubber band on the back and just walk
Look.
your chicken, man. That's like
No,
a
you get
leash.
it a special armoire right there.
Yeah.
I just like I
You
wanted
do
that, and it
That's
was about
beautiful.
$50 or $60 for their eggs, so I could hatch them myself. But I never did it.
No,
That's some serious
Somebody was yelling.
change. I heard that too.
Not here.
Oh, is Rip in here?
I was just always looking for
Hello?
something different, something different to raise.
Rip came in?
Sounds like somebody's out of business.
Hey
I hear
Rip,
a
thanks for coming
ringtone.
in. Rip Curl Readiness. I appreciate
Who's that
that.
yelling?
Crossbred an emu with a Brahma. Yeah. For
Wait,
real.
who's that yelling?
I don't
who's
know.
yelling what?
Listen, stop, listen.
I hear
Is
it.
that on your side? Anybody's side?
No,
Not mine.
Not on mine.
What it sounds like.
Listen.
I don't know. It sounded
Just
like
listen.
a female voice.
It's Uncle Al's ghost.
No, it could be my mom. She screams at the phone.
Oh, maybe that's it. It
That
sounded
might
like
be
it
it.
was from a distance.
Well,
It's my mom and three rooms away from me behind a locked door screaming at her cell phone.
get me
Yeah.
out of here.
SD Mountain Man, Polish aren't really that cold hardy. Mine are fine for some reason. They survive the winter just fine, but they always said that they're not cold hardy. Like they're not. And most fancy chicken breeds that have like the feathers and stuff on their feet aren't supposed to be cold hardy either, because they can get like ice and stuff on their
Yeah.
feathers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I never had any problems with Polish. I
Did
don't
we
know
say
about
hi
this
to
year
Rip
because I have
Curl?
leghorns, and they say leghorns
Yeah.
aren't cold hardy. So
She
we'll
just
see
did.
how that's going to go this year.
I had good luck with those good old Rhode Island Reds. None of them
Yeah.
died from disease. They were very protective of, they were good chickens, man. They were really solid,
Yeah. I just wouldn't want to get a Rhode Island Red rooster.
Yeah,
They
they're
scare
awesome. Yeah, they are pretty
Like Foghorn
intimidating,
Leghorn.
but
might
they
just
really
talk like
are.
a Southern
They
gentleman.
really protect the women.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, and they make great capons. My dad taught me how
Hey,
to do
Sandra
that.
Moody.
I don't want to never
True.
do that again.
Sandra Moody, the way you say it.
Sandra Moody.
Yep. Hi, Sandra.
True. Rhode Island red hens are what I got. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a
sleeping.
hardy bird. You're gonna love them.
They are.
Plymouth Rock or Barred Rock or whatever. They're pretty hardy too.
Laurel.
Yeah, I learned how to do capon from an old French guy my dad took me to, and he showed me how to capon a rooster. I will never do that to a rooster again. After doing 400 at his place, hell no. Disgusting.
Yeah.
True.
Do you know what caponing means, right?
Yeah,
No.
I know what it is. I've seen it done.
I don't want to know. I'll look it up later.
Yeah.
You're a kid. You're
If it's
just,
graphic, I don't want to know, Uncle Al.
trust me, you don't want to know when you were 12 years old. And my
Mhm.
dad says, "Don't make a man out of you. I'm going to drink some wine with my friend." I'm like, "No."
No.
Yeah, that was how I found out the fried chicken was rabbit. What?
No,
If
because
you come to California and you go to Subway and you eat one of their sandwiches, it won't be tuna or salmon or whatever
Yeah,
it
I
is.
heard about that.
So, you know.
What
Well,
is
they
up
used to
with
put
that?
plastic in their bread. Like they're
It's-
trying a
yeah.
little bit of
It's
everything.
probably pollard. That pollard fish can mix it in with
Mimic.
some flavoring and
Well,
mimics
they-
everything.
In several different locations, they took samples, and in different counties, like different areas of California, none of them have any trace of DNA of any sort of fish.
So what is
Yeah,
it?
No one knows.
Soylent Green.
yep,
Oh,
could
But
be.
you know,
Or
Subway
Joel
has
Yeast. bleh.
Subway has a really weird. Remember back in the day that they found like plastic in their bread?
Mm-hmm. That's what I just
So
said.
Subway has a really weird way of pushing stuff out there that's not.
Saving money.
Edible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Edible.
why I always get the vegetable sandwich. Who could screw up that?
No, Rip Curl, I hope to have them too, but I don't know if I could eat rabbit after they did that to me. They just didn't tell me, and it wasn't a usual thing. Like my German ancestors ate rabbit all the time. It was like
Oh, sure,
common
sure.
food. But
Oh,
I was a
when I-
little
Bleh,
girl and my
can't pronounce
mom prepared it fried, so I thought I was having fried chicken until I started to look at the bone structure and I was like, this doesn't look like the chicken we usually have, Mom. And of course, my teenage brother and sister. Well, my brother wasn't there; he was partying. The sister is the one who was like, "Cause it's rabbit."
Mm-hmm.
And then
When I was little,
Was
and-
it good though?
Yeah,
it tasted
I like
like
rabbit.
chicken, kind of like however
Mhm.
Mom prepared it. It tasted like
Yeah.
chicken.
I've had it.
when I was
Buttermilk
little,
fried.
when I was little and we lived in Arizona, we drove down to Tucson from Phoenix to visit a family friend, and they live out in the country of Arizona, and they do a lot of rabbit hunting, and stuff like deer, and so we were there for a couple of days, and one of the kids grabbed, their long rifle, whatever you want to call it, so he can go
Yeah.
rabbit hunting. So okay, and I'm 13, I think. No, I'm not 13. Oh my goodness, I was like 11 or 12. And we go out there, and it's like I remember it was 3 of us, and we're walking. It's just we're all the same age, and we're looking for this rabbit to hunt, right? And in my mind, I'm like, I hope we never find a rabbit. I hope we never find a rabbit, because I couldn't come to terms with seeing a rabbit get shot and killed. And so anyway, we were walking around this whole entire like, you know, whatever mountainside, whatever, and nothing. So we're like, all right, well, we've been out long enough. Let's go back. So as we're heading back, I'm like, yes, no rabbits. Nothing came out. Woo, we got away with it. We see a rabbit on the way
Boom.
back, and I'm like, oh no. So he takes aim, and he misses the rabbit by a foot, and the rabbit took off running. And I was like, oh, you missed it. Oh man, that sucks. But in my mind, I was like, yes, thank God. Thank
So
God.
irony.
Yeah, we never
Yeah,
had rabbit.
best time to go hunt rabbits is just right after dawn, early morning, and then because they're pretty much nocturnal.
Golden hour.
Yeah, I and just before the sun sets, I've shot and ate lots of rabbits.
I
I ate a lot of jackrabbits.
Yeah,
None of
jackrabbit's
that.
popular out there.
Whatchamacallit, we used to, because in our fields they would play havoc, so we go hunting jackrabbits with a spotlight, and when we see one, we blew its head off and threw it in the back of the truck.
I always had cottontails out here in Western Washington. I've shot a couple of jackrabbits, but I started skinning it, and it had those worms under the skin, so I just.
When I saw a
let's-
jackrabbit,
That's no good.
first time I
Yeah,
saw a
exactly.
jackrabbit, I was like, this is not right. Rabbits are not supposed to be this large. Like I didn't
Mhm.
Yeah.
know. Because I never knew. I was a kid. I never knew what a jackrabbit was,
Mhm. They are kind of like that chicken that Courtney showed a little
Yeah.
bit ago, aren't they? They're just
The
like,
rabbit
what are you? Yeah.
Yeah, the rabbit version of that. It looks like the legs are
Mhm.
from a coyote, and then the rest is rabbit. And it's like, what the
Mhm.
hell?
And they have ears all the way like this.
Yeah, they got big ears, big straight. Another
Mhm.
bird we used to have in Arizona a lot was quail. Oh, we used to have quail running through our backyards a lot.
Really?
Cool.
Constantly,
Yeah.
yeah. They
Quail's
used to
good
run
to
with their
eat.
little feather on their heads.
Jacks are like horrible to eat. I know my dad made me eat them.
Coyotes.
It's like the toughest thing you ever ate, and it's gamey.
Yeah. We had
Oh,
that.
really?
We had
With
coyotes.
grass,
Quail is
if you raise
delicious.
it?
Um,
Yeah.
Quail
It's
is
delicious
delicious.
too.
Scorpions, tarantulas,
No, I eat
Rattles-
scorpions and tarantulas. That's not bad.
rattlesnakes we had.
I've eaten that. Yeah, I killed and ate a couple of those in Eastern
What?
Washington.
Rattlesnakes.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Those taste like
Yeah.
chicken, I hear.
Yeah, kind of
Spit out
chewy.
the
A
little
little
bone.
bit. Yeah, a little bit chewy.
Very bony. It's like that whole spine.
Yeah, I couldn't
doesn't
eat
sound
anything like that.
appealing.
That's gross.
Yeah, they
No,
do
it's-
cute
yeah,
eggs.
it's okay.
And then of
What,
course
the
you got the
rabbits?
birds, you got hawks, you got
Well,
Falcons and-
it's like when you interviewed me, Courtney. You said, "What's your wife's favorite dish?" And I'm like, "I'll eat anything. And if she puts it in front of me, I'll eat it. I will.
Yeah.
I grew up hunting and things like that, so whatever I shot or caught out of the water, I ate, except for a few fish in Puget Sound. I wouldn't eat those, but
come to California. If you go fishing, your fish will taste like diesel.
yeah, probably.
For real?
Yeah.
Seriously. We've gone fishing before. We haven't fished in 20 years because of that.
What a miracle.
But the last time we fished it and we cooked those fish, the kitchen smelled like diesel. It smelled like, and then it tasted like
What?
gasoline. Like, yeah, because our awesome state of California that prides itself in eco-friendliness and anti carbon,
Oil drilling.
whatever, all that BS. Yeah, that's what you get out of the water.
That's
It's terrible.
disgusting.
Wow.
You walk on
that's
the you
not-
walk
Yeah.
on the beach. I haven't gone to the beach since I
Oh
was.
yeah, tar.
Oh my God, it's been over 10 years now. It's more than that, 12 years maybe. I haven't gone into the ocean because the last time I went in the ocean, when the waves crash, they create like a foam, and that foam was like yellow. And not only that, it was like literal tar on the sand.
Mhm,
Like
I
you could
remember
grab
Oh.
the tar and stretch it, and I'm like, this is
Mhm.
coming out of our ocean. Like, and I'm swimming in this muck. Like, you walk 1 foot where your feet are 1 foot underwater, you can't see your toes.
And
I
all those
thought, like you said, I thought
all
California prided themselves on being
Yeah.
They're the most hypocrite state. I'm telling
environmentally.
you.
Well,
friendly.
what I found
Yes.
out why the money doesn't reach to like our addicts in the streets here in Seattle.
Oh, you mean like here
Okay,
too?
yeah, they're there too because they acquire $25 billion for these programs. They send it to a lawyer, and that lawyer sends it to another lawyer and another lawyer, and then we have to hire 8 consultants, and then all those 8 consultants have lawyers, and by the time the money, it's squandered. That's
Yeah.
why there's, the California will say we have these environmental programs,
Yeah.
so, but they don't. The
But,
money's gone.
I took my parents to the airport Saturday, and we were driving on this road in my car, and it was just like bumpy, like bah, 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 bah. It's like you're off-roading. I'm like, California prides itself in being number one in this, and they always like to be first in that, and the biggest economy in the nation, and oh yeah, they can't even fix their own damn roads. Like this state is
That's
just
horrible.
like nothing
It is.
gets done.
Well,
No kidding.
I saw a thing from the governor of Washington State here, whatever his name is. I don't watch the news, but it auto clicked onto it, and it was the governor of state of Washington. There's a couple forest fires in eastern Washington, like there is every year.
Every
Because
year,
it's
like here too.
Every year.
Yep.
Oh, it's because
On
of
time.
climate change. It's because of climate change. It's obvious.
You're right.
Wow.
That's a big slush fund. Same with what do you call that? Global warming. It's a
Right, the
slush fund.
CO2 problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
California.
slush-
carbon.
California
Yeah,
has
it's a
that same
big
issue.
slush fire. So they
Well-
get snort cocaine and get hookers.
Johnny?
Here's the thing: is that yes, it is because of climate change. Because it's summer. It's
Mhm.
hot. Every summer it gets hot. Oh, we need to pour money into this, and by the way, put some in my pocket and my lawyer's pocket and my brother-in-law, the lawyer.
Every year here,
Yeah,
every year
it's
between
all
these-
corruption, man.
between certain months of the year here, we
Yeah.
have forest fires on time as
Mhm.
scheduled.
Same here.
Hey, Johnny Angel, thank you for coming in.
We've only had, one was a forest fire here in Western Washington last year, and that was set on purpose. I saw where it got lit on fire. I saw it.
You
Yeah.
notice
So that was during all the riots, and there was fires being set all over the state.
only you can prevent forest fires.
The Eastern Washington, it's
Take care, SC Mountain Man. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
California's little sister.
it's pretty normal on the Eastern
ISD.
Washington. It's dry over there, as dry as a bone.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot
kitchen.
of rain, but it dries right out because everything just kind of right through her.
yeah,
Yeah, you're on
kitchen.
limestone.
So
Just
so
like
right
that.
now,
And
I'm
we're
sand.
reading
Mhm.
Q's comment. Forest fires in Eastern Washington because people doing stupid stuff. It's
Right.
true. That's true.
yeah. Okay, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I don't know about getting quail because they're so small. It's like,
Well,
Yeah.
they're,
It
they're
depends
small.
on the
They're small, but they're pretty big. Like the ones I
Right.
remember seeing, they're
Hey,
almost
Living
the size of a
Miracle.
crow. Like
if you
even-
get the
even
bob
bigger.
white or the
Single
bigger
electro.
quails, they have a mini version from Japan for apartment dwellers. It's a really small quail, but you can get the big size quail. I think His Way Homestead does quail, and it's the big quail, and he shows how to process them, freeze them up in bags, and all the stuff. It's really easy.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I
Yeah,
remember.
Yeah,
Quail-
Living Miracle said they're great. She raises them.
Over in Manila, I ate lots of quail eggs because they farm them.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're dense too. I've heard they're really like
Mhm.
more dense than a chicken egg.
Yeah.
Have a good flavor. They're just
Mhm.
tiny.
That's what I've heard.
What I was gonna say is California is apparently in a big drought, and the governor's asking that we cut down 15% of our water usage because we're in a terrible drought because it hasn't rained, and terrible drought. But yet we live by the ocean, so there's one water source, and then
Mhm.
two, when the next rainstorm comes, and I've seen it happen with that Governor Brown, whatever his name was before.
Mhm.
See ya, hon.
We were in a severe drought, the whole state was like in the red zone, but then it rained once for like an
That's what I
hour,
thought.
and we're no longer in a drought.
Yeah.
Like that's how it works here.
Yes.
Create a shortage and increase the price.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What it's all
They
about.
So
had
you
people-
really think they're creating a shortage so they can?
Oh,
rip
hell
everybody
yeah.
off?
Gas
Because
Oh, yeah.
What happened to the
Absolutely.
gas
They
shortage? That
created that.
disappeared. That
They
disappeared.
created the other one too. That was horrible in the
So
70s.
what drives me nuts, because I'm a farmer, we have to reduce our water consumption. Most of our water in here, our area, they drain Tulare Lake, they drain Kern Lake. I can't remember the third lake they drain. This is LA sucking the water out of us, like Owens Valley. They sucked it dry, and now they're sucking dry the Central Valley. We're getting fed up, and we know where the Hood pounding station is because in my grandfather's time before World War II, they were planning to blow it up. They were that mad.
They should. That's what people should do. That's what they do in Europe, and things get fixed. When gas prices go up, people go in the streets and they don't riot like the idiots we have here, but they protest. They don't drive. They shut down the roads.
Yeah.
Cars stop on the freeway, and guess
Yeah.
what? Things get done. Here it's
That's
like,
right.
oh, $10 a gallon, and tomorrow it'll be 30, and people are like, oh, I love getting it stuck up in my ass. Let's fill up our gas tank anyway. $40
Yeah.
a gallon, I'm okay with that. Nobody
saw
does
that-
nothing.
Yeah.
Three
That's the problem.
times the Philippines did a transportation strike when the oil prices got too high. Everyone stopped. Nobody drove. Nobody went to
Wow.
work.
The
Nobody
cars,
drove.
wherever you were, the cars
they
stopped
did it.
there.
They did it for a couple of days, and that didn't work. And then they did it for a couple more days, and guess what? The prices went way down to where they were at before.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here people are, you know,
Mhm.
I see it. They love it.
Well, what it really comes down to is people are so far in debt that they can't afford to miss one day of work.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to. Because you got to have that
Also-
nice boat and that Winnebago in your driveway and the quad runner
Yeah.
and the snowmobiles, and none of it's paid for. But
No. And there's a big difference because the rural counties don't get representation, and it's all the urban areas.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, the rural counties are getting really hot. I went to 2 meetings. I had to calm down people because I'm a church member, and I told them this is a bad idea because I stopped about 15 times. Like, they were cursing really bad, and I'm a church elder, and I have to keep people calm, but I have to agree with them because we're taking it, we have to cut our production. We have to cut down on water. We have to cut down
On
our
food,
employees.
you got to
I had-
cut down on breathing. You got to cut down on peeing. You got to cut. I mean,
Well, they
You know.
already take Uncle Al's urine. We all know
that's
that.
true.
Yeah, they
it's
do.
been
Yeah, they
starting.
lose it.
This is where it
They sell
starts.
it on the black market.
Oh,
No, I think they lose it in the little cups. They're
They
like,
sell it to Rainier Beer.
probably. Swear to God, if I
Bob.
have to get
Oh
rid
my
of
God.
another employee, I'm going to tell the state to take a flying leap because I know these people. They eat out of my gardens. They have families. They have big families. And
Well,
they're
for me-
employed with my family for like last 10, 15 years.
For me, well, you saw like one of my videos. I showed wood carving tools for preppers and all. You noticed how none of those
on ice
tools were made in that big Central Asian country. I boycott. I refuse to buy from places like that if it's at all possible. I boycott. That's how I control what I do. I can't control what the politicians or my neighbors are going to do, but I can control what's in my little box here, my little wooden house. That's all we can really do, guys. I mean,
Yeah, sorry about yelling on politics. It's just, I want to retire. I just want to lay down and die and go away and not be bothered. It's like last year screwed up my stripper schedule because usually I go to Fresno for the free Taco Tuesday. Go there,
With
eat
the
the food,
strippers?
put in the
Fresno's pretty
earplugs,
good. Fresno's pretty good with that. I know that one. I know
and
what
I
you're
eat
talking
the
about,
free
Bob.
tacos. And then I tell the girls, go away, I'm cheap. And if it's I like a girl, I'll put down a 50. I tell the girl, take
Get
it
a lap
easy, don't
dance.
bother me while I'm eating.
Look at Bob getting a lap dance eating free tacos. I mean, not Bob. I meant Uncle Al. My bad.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't do lap
I would
dances.
think
like-
I would
that.
think that Bob would kill his wife would kill him.
Probably will.
It'd
Here's Bob. Where's the
Pretty
body?
much.
float
To the
down
bottom of the
river.
lake.
well,
All
yeah.
Bob, the
The
last
bottom
thing
of the
Bob will
lake.
hear is just that.
Because
Fine,
I
it's
like
there.
That sounds like a brand new Mossberg 590 pump shotgun. Oh
Yeah.
shit, it
Right,
is.
You'll hear her little voice.
That's why Uncle Alan does the free Taco Tuesday because they have a great taco bar. They have great food there during when we're all closed down and there's no
Yeah, there
girls
just so
dancing.
happens to be boobies involved.
Al, let's be
Exactly.
honest. It's because you can go there and look at some fine TNA. That's why you go there.
True. Also, like to eat the food and be left alone.
Eat the food, huh? That's what you call
Yeah,
it?
because when they were closed, all they did was the kitchen area, and I still got my tacos not free. It cost me $16, but
At
and my
least
nephew.
I don't have a filter, but at least I'm honest. It's like, hey, look at that butt, and all of a sudden half my BLT is gone. Boom. What the?
I expect the wife to stab you with the
I saw
fork.
that. I saw your short video. I
It's
saw
all
that.
true. All true.
Oh
all
my
true.
lord.
I saw that.
Hon, look at the butt on that one. All of a sudden half my brunch
Yeah,
is
till
gone.
gone.
Is that my tomato?
She knows how to get at you
Yeah.
when she doesn't have the Mossberg around.
Yeah, she puts me on a hunger strike, or she
Mhm.
starves me.
Okay, I'm
Right.
getting ice cream.
I'll fix him. I'll eat the bacon.
Mm-hmm.
I eat the bacon with the Bob.
That's right.
Bob.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, is that
Bob's
nacho
bacon.
cheese?
Yeah, I know the
Nacho
place on
cheese.
Clovis. They
My
do
cheese.
sell the fancy snow cones.
Here's
It's
snow
like
cone.
it's shaved ice, like in Hawaii or in the Philippines. You know what I'm talking about, Bob?
No. What are you
You
talking
never
about?
have a snow cone in the Philippines?
No, I don't like snow cones. It's just eat ice. It's good enough. No, I don't eat those.
Isn't that where they hold them, Gardner Josh?
What? What are you talking about? What are you talking?
Taco holders.
Taco
Gardner
holders?
Josh is mentioning.
It's okay, Hedgehog. I get
It's
you.
not meant. It's not
Is that like a banana hammock or something?
No,
Yeah,
no.
kind
It's
of,
like
but
no.
grosser.
No. Oh.
Even
Oh
grosser.
Lord, I know what you mean, Carol.
Oh.
Get your mind out of the gutter. I'm just
Me?
there to eat
You're
the
the one who
food.
took us there, Uncle Al. You took us to the.
I just eat the food there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, some of the
Spit
girls
it
used to
out.
go
Come
to my
on.
Sunday school, and I know their families. I just don't tell them what they're doing right now in Fresno.
Right.
Right.
Sure, they're like, yeah, sure.
If
you're
you ain't looking at
here.
them fine women, man, something happened to you.
Yes, I got a Holstein bull stomped on me.
Okay.
That
doesn't
kind
change
of
my
killed the
mind.
mood for everything.
It
It's like,
doesn't change my mind.
Cooking at home is much better.
no,
for
because
some
you weren't
reason.
in a coma
never
for
know
a
where
month
food
or
is
two.
going.
It's like
Mhm.
have tubes sticking out places where I don't want to talk about.
The penis has
I've had that.
Your butt?
Well, you know what I'm talking about, Bob.
No, I just
I'm laughing now, but
yeah,
I'm sure that
I have that
was a
slide into Ziploc bags and I save it, use it for later,
Julie, seriously,
skin cream.
I got vanilla orchids. I got one guy
Skin
that's
cream.
near me sold me 3
You got that
cuttings.
Viper.
I did.
I like this. I
missed
like
it.
this Californian. He's good. He picks up on all the stuff.
I'm not a Californian. That's the thing. I live
I
here.
know,
Yeah.
but I'll call you that because you're there right now.
Right.
It's
I
close
get
enough,
you.
yeah.
I get you.
Yes. So
Yeah.
therefore you're a Californian.
I like you, LA. Something like that.
Mhm,
Mhm.
Thank God I'm in the boondocks.
What PG is
Yeah.
this?
You should do that to your neighbors, Bob. Give them like a little
PG-18
parting
it.
gift when you leave, and give them like a bunch of like Jergens bottle filled with skin
She
cream.
is,
If you know
right?
what I mean.
Yeah.
It's
We can-
crossed my
We're
mind.
fine with what
Oh,
we're
yeah.
talking about
Oh.
right now, but if you guys even see a hint of the Vineyard Chicks or Abby's life on the farm
you
in
have to
here,
be careful.
we
Yeah,
need to keep the
no
chat
problem.
clean. Those
Yeah,
are just
PG
kids.
13
Looks like
folks. Sorry.
looks
It's
like
12:30, so hopefully they're in bed.
Hedgehog
Here.
watched the video of my wife's first time with the Mossberg shotgun. Yeah,
Yeah.
The Hedgehog Home says, "Yeah, Bob's wife's pretty good with that gun."
Oh, you're having
Well,
a
just-
snow cone. Yum.
Yeah, it's very popular in Hawaii. The real vanilla orchid.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I have, a real vanilla orchid. It just hasn't bloomed yet. I have 3
Now-
of them.
It tastes just like vanilla?
The orchid? I don't
Mhm.
know. I
I'm
don't
so
think so.
confused.
But
That's
you're
cool.
giving up the vanilla beans if you take that orchid flower off. You have to hand pollinate them with a brush, I found out.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
Yeah. But it's worth it if I can get some vanilla beans that I grow myself organically.
Will they grow in Florida? Is it the
Yes.
right temperature?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Orchids love
Okay.
our conditions down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's-
I suppose
it's-
I
And
do.
Hawaii loves
whatchamacall?
orchids too.
Almost
Gotcha.
tropical.
Yeah,
Hmm.
we're almost tropical.
Mhm.
In fact,
That's
we're getting
cool.
close to very much tropical.
Yeah.
We used to
Also,
be
the big
stuck.
problem is those damn parakeets flying around saying hello, hello,
They don't.
F word, F word.
They
Like
do
it's
not.
little birds at 3 in the
You're
morning.
so full
Look
of it. They
outside.
do
Can
not.
you imagine?
I'm
Sleeping
getting the
at 2 in the
shovel off.
morning.
It's getting deep. It's getting deep.
No, trust me.
They do
They have
not talk.
parakeets down there, and
We
they
have
will mimic
parakeets.
things.
They don't. They do mimic, but they don't talk like outright like
Can you
that.
imagine? Quack, the Bob.
I can't even think of the. We have the Nande conures, and then the other one is a parakeet.
It's the Bob.
But it's
Bada bing bum.
Bada bing bong. It's the Bob.
oh,
Okay, quiz for you guys. Where do I want to die?
oh dear! Don't say that.
Philippines.
It's close, but close.
Man,
Puget Sound.
something with the M.
No.
I remember M.
No.
Oh,
Where do
my.
I want to die of exhaustion? Where do I want to die of exhaustion?
In your white
Oh
arms.
dear!
No, he.
On your
No,
wife.
he. Oh, I remember this. He told us, and I forgot.
Not the
it's
bar
somewhere-
street in Manila.
No, Bangkok.
Oh,
That's it.
Oh God.
There you
No.
go. No, I can't. I
No.
can't think. I can't wish for that.
Well, because
Bang.
you'll die real fast as soon as you go there, and wifey finds out.
Yeah.
One night in Bangkok is the reason why they call it one night. That person must have had a wife like yours.
Wind up with a garrote
Or your
around
wife
my
laughing
neck.
like, Bob, you need new glasses. Also, Bangkok's famous for
Don't
those.
cry, Bob. It's okay. We love you, man.
It's okay. Really.
I
I
just
just
go there for the
shattered my
food.
dreams, damn you all.
You can still go to Phuket or Bangkok. The other places, that island.
I
make-
know what you're talking about, Al. I can spot them a mile away, man, and that's not my bag, man. It's like, yeah. You guys might not know what I'm talking about, but I know what
You
he's
gotta keep it
insinuating.
PG-13.
He's insinuating, and no, that's not my bag, man.
What does that call them?
Tuck and tape and tuck.
Yeah. What's the word I'm looking for though? Putang. Delta.
Okay, we gotta keep that on the wrap. We're not talking
We
about
gotta
that.
keep
What?
it PG-13.
I didn't say
Yes.
that.
No, that's called Vipa.
Vipa.
The
That one on.
God, the
Blame
Viper.
LA. Blame
Is this the
LA.
side
Right
job
there.
you got,
Right there.
Viper? Oh my.
A Vipa's gonna get in trouble.
That's right.
Yeah.
I gotta teach morality next week to a bunch of adults and underage kids.
You might have to
They go
recuse
watch.
yourself, Uncle Al.
Let's watch Uncle Al on White Family Farms Live Stream. What is he talking
Did they
about?
announce you? Ladies and gentlemen, please give me a warm welcome. Uncle Al has stepped into the stage.
No, I just
No?
teach Sunday school in a small classroom.
No, so it's just like, hey kids.
Yep, it's hi kids. Puppet show today. We're talking about John.
Hey, what kids? How old are the kids? Like age
I
range?
don't know. Let's see. The youngest one is 7. The oldest one is 12, and they drive me nuts.
They're
Can
watching.
Superman beat up Jesus? Superman is a comic book character, and Jesus
outer
from the
space,
Bible.
by the
Read
way.
it.
Where,
there's a-
where mineral is his kryptonite.
Yeah.
Like a rock, a gemstone.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me
Downfall.
teach that class because I'd show them a video of one night in Bangkok, and that wouldn't work out too well.
Oh no, that would be yeah.
Well, that'll be it.
Mm.
Also, I teach young adults too, so and I get serious questions from them like, "When's the apocalypse?" And I'm like, "Don't ask me, please. Read your Bible."
Ooh, yum coming, yum. Thank
Ooh,
you.
ice cream.
Ice cream.
He gets ice cream from his wife.
Hedgehog, man, especially your stalker.
Yeah.
Oh man, don't bring up that stalker. He's a freak. He's a sexual
Pick up.
psychopath.
The stalker, the one that likes to stock shelves.
Yeah. I thought I'd mention this. I probably will on a video too. That the reason why I see small details on the ground is because the U.S. Air Force discipline of the FOD walks that we'd take, sometimes 2 and 3 times a day. We would walk the concrete and pick up anything that doesn't belong there, so it doesn't get ingested into the
Right.
into the engines.
Motors.
And that's you do that for years and years and years, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. Is like that's why if anything's out of place on the ground, I know it immediately. Yeah. But yeah, that stalker, Won't be.
Yeah,
well,
because I understand what's Bob talking about.
That's
Because the flight line has to be cleared of everything.
That's skin
Yep.
cream.
including the Jergens.
Now,
Jiggins.
don't all talk at once.
Fishes, you haven't said anything positive to me all day today, and I noticed. I want you to know that
Bada
I
bing, I
noticed.
called you your nickname, Bada
See,
Bing.
that's okay. That's
I'm
okay.
sorry, Bada Bing,
But I
you
Put
know,
that in
you
your-
got
really
your
want to.
put that in
sandwich
your
stolen
hand.
for a
I
reason.
need
I'm on
your
your wife's
individual
side.
attention.
What is that in your hand?
We chicks stick together,
Paper.
you know. I heard
Oh.
about the sandwich thing, and I thought, she should have taken it all. Mhm.
And the paper. He did the paper.
The paper.
No, we are in the process of gathering stuff up and like in my shop and in the house, and I got a whole bunch of stack of documents that those are getting shredded and stuff like that because we're
That's fun.
this part of the process of slowly but surely preparing to move.
Yeah. That's the hardest
Yeah.
part, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta go, folks, because my mom's screaming something's wrong from her room. So I have to go. So I'll catch you
Alright.
later.
Oh.
It's
It's
been
good
a
for you,
nice
Uncle
chat.
Uncle Al.
Well, Uncle Al.
Have a good one.
Later.
Yeah.
Later. Night.
But Fishes,
Night.
I just wanted you to know that I noticed that you didn't give me individual attention. I'm a little hurt.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
I
I'm a
just
little hurt. I'm a little
called
hurt.
to say I love you.
Get in the zone. Let me try and
Um, get in the
Let me
bada
get
bing
into
zone.
the Bada Bing zone. What? Yeah, I'm
Bob.
okay.
Bubba. No.
I miss I was actually looking at parrots. That's why I looked so serious.
Parrots.
okay.
Yeah, the
Parrots.
parrots in Florida, and we do have quite a bit. And Uncle Al might have saw the budgies, but you can't hear what they say.
We
Their
have wild
voices,
parrots. that fly
their
out here.
voices are so small.
Yeah, it's tiny. Yeah.
Yeah,
I had a
but
couple of those growing up.
the Nande that we call conure is also called parakeet here. So the Nande he might have heard when he was down here, but most of them that I've run into, they don't usually talk too much unless they've been
Mhm.
somebody's pet and they've been let go.
Yeah.
We do have a lot, and the one I was trying to think of are the Quakers. They're all green, and I actually caught one time that was probably somebody's pet that went wild after a while. It
Mhm.
came and it ate out of my hand.
Oh,
'Cause I just
wow.
yeah, it was really
Oh
cool. But then
yeah,
it was
that's
really
for sure.
I brought it in thinking, oh, it's somebody's pet. I didn't know. Oh, that thing was so hostile. It was like
So we have
because it wasn't
we have
anybody's pet
You're
anymore.
just bringing wild animals.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know.
this snake
Yeah.
was somebody's pet. And then you bring it in. Oh, it ate Ralphie.
Yeah. Has anybody seen the kitten? I found the
Yeah.
Burmese python, but I can't find the kitten.
That's terrible.
we have wild parrots that fly out here in California. They're green, they're small, and you hear them like chirping all the time when they fly. But apparently, this is what I'm going to read here. This number is decreasing. It says, rumor has it that decades ago an exotic bird smuggling ring was surprised, and just as the authorities were ready to pounce, the wild-caught birds were freed. Another rumor speaks of firefighters responding to a call at a pet shop, and rather than see the birds perish, a firefighter set them free. Though urban legends have circulated for more than 30 years, there are some that believe the wild parrots may have come here on their own through normal exploration. Others believe they are all escaped pets. Not true. The wild parrots flying in Southern California today are descendants of wild-caught parrots who were imported into the U.S. before importation was banned and somehow either escaped or were released intentionally. These birds were already well versed in their survival skills and able to establish themselves in areas where exotic plant life is plentiful.
Mhm.
Wild parrots and
I was in Central Florida in the 70s. There are fishes, and I remember my family was talking about the invasive parakeets or
Mhm.
budgies that was
Mhm.
when they just started coming in Florida or being noticed,
Yep.
I should say. Yeah.
I don't see the others. You don't see ringnecks that often at all. That must be like down in Miami. But yeah.
I've
And
seen
none of
those in pet stores.
none of those are the ones that I'm talking about. Are these on
Hmm.
your, these are supposed to be, oh, your parrots. Okay.
Yeah, these are the ones that just fly randomly throughout the
So you've got
state.
a good,
See?
like with all their pictures. Hold on.
Mhm.
They don't have that in here where
The
that shows all
others.
the pictures. Hold on. Let me see. I'm going to
Hmm.
see if I can do
It's
the
very
share
interesting.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Going to try.
Well, it could very well be that they migrated up here by themselves. I mean, they can fly and they
And they
can eat
never
on the,
fly
and they can,
alone. They
yeah, they
never fly
don't.
alone.
Hmm.
Yeah, every time I see these things, they're always like, I would say
Okay.
2 or more, but at the
Okay,
most I've
it's
seen
there.
is like 3 or 4 at the very
I shared
least,
it.
but then or more than that. Like, but they always fly
Mhm.
in groups.
Says it's being shared, but it's not up.
Excuse me,
there-
guys. I'm gonna get a coffee. I'll be right back.
I hit share. Is there a reason why it's not sharing?
Let me see. Maybe I'm not hitting something. No, it's Sarah. Sorry, I didn't know. It didn't
Oh,
even
that's
indicate.
okay.
So I apologize.
No, that's okay. I have all kinds of ads. Anyway, these are the
Yeah.
ones I was thinking of. This picture, the Quaker parrots, but
Oh, I've
supposedly
seen
we
those.
have budgies.
If you go
This
back
is
up, I had a bird like that once.
little budgie.
That one. Yeah.
They're so cute. They bite like the worst. They're like one of the worst biters if they bite
Really?
you. Yeah, if they
We
get a
had
hold of
2.
you, for
Not
some
not
reason, they can really, really just take the chunk out.
not that one. Not that
Nande
one.
parakeet. That's the one I called a conure.
What is this?
We have the same, the
Wow.
rose ring parakeet, but this is the one I was talking about that I caught, the monk parakeet.
Wow.
And a Quaker parakeet looks, we call it a Quaker. Yeah, we have similar ones to California, but I haven't seen some of these, like the red mass. We call a lot, some of those are like Amazonian mitered. Yeah, this person might have just compiled a multiple list. Oh, I don't know. The white-eyed. I'd love to see some of them.
That's weird.
Yeah, like I would love to see some
You
of
guys
them.
have a
Oh my
ton of
gosh,
parrots
this
in
one's so
Florida. I never
cute.
realized.
Look at this one, how cute it is. It's little. I want
Aw.
it. It looks like a parrotlet, actually. Where is that one? Oh, there's not that many. There's a story for each, so I won't. The green parakeets. Anyway, I haven't seen those Amazonian ones that are like with all the red or the orange. Oh, that one's adorable too.
Thank God we don't
Probably
have
bigger
African
than it
grays.
looks. See, I've never seen those with the red. Anyway, but that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Hey Bob, we can't hear you, dude.
It's my fault.
Well,
I muted
you
it.
can't hear me? Oh,
Now
you
I can
muted
hear
it?
you.
Okay. Okay.
While I was doing the share.
Oh, that's okay. I just years ago I saw my first opossum here in Washington State.
I know we call them possums, but they're possums.
Opossums, yeah.
People call them
And
both.
growing up here, we didn't have those when I was growing up here at all. And I went to the library and read about it. This is before the internet, and come to find out, some fool from back east transported and released a large number of them somewhere around middle part of California, and they've migrated over the years all the way up here to Washington State. Now, the thing about them is they are the ultimate surviving animal. They really are. They can have 10 to 12 babies in a litter 3 times a year.
Yeah.
When there's cold and there's a limited amount of food, they can go into mini hibernations and then wake back up. And if there's still no food available, they'll go back to sleep again. So it's like, man, these things will I would imagine that within my lifetime, they'll probably starve out the skunks and the raccoons, the indigenous animals. You guys got those in California too? Viper?
I'm sorry, which ones?
Opossums.
Oh yeah, all the time.
I used to find them there when I was little, the dead ones in California, like on the side of the sidewalk for some reason.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Fuzzy Ford. Thanks for coming in.
saying we have them here around our building a lot. Like they're all over. They're all
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
I
can
remember.
they can digest any food. Any food. It
Uh,
doesn't make any difference what it is, and
They'll
they
I
can
kill your
digest.
rescued one. I
chickens.
actually rescued one here in my apartment building. Yeah, there's a picture I have on my Facebook. It was a baby possum, like literally the size of my mouse. It was a tiny little thing, and I came home and I see it, and I'm like, "What the hell?" It was like a little mouse, and I realized it's a possum. And then I look up the brick wall that it's a 10-foot brick wall that separates the building behind us, and the mother is staring at me, and I'm like, "Oh crap!" Like I see what happened. It fell off, and you know. And so I'm thinking I gotta do something, I gotta help it somehow because the mom can't get to it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I went and got a broom and a cardboard box. I scooted the hamster, the possum in the box, put the box on top of the wall, and then the mom figured it out. They went in and out, and then finally the baby clenched on and
And away we went.
went away. Yeah, like you can keep them as pets, you know. I've seen a lot of people rescue them and keep them as pets, but
As pets, really?
as pets, yeah,
Yeah,
possums are
I'm not
kept as
really
pets.
into that.
Yeah, me too, Corky. I'm not in the house, not in the house.
Usually
Uh,
rescuers is the ones you'll see that have had them, that
Oh.
it has bonded to them and they don't
Yeah.
release it because it won't survive. But usually you don't keep that or a raccoon as a pet because, like that one family, the raccoon was eating the face of the baby. Like they called 911, and because it was a wild animal, they were screaming, "It's eating my baby's face." I'll never forget that. I'm like, oh heck, I'm never doing
That
rescue
is
work with
horrible.
raccoons. Yeah,
Mhm.
I can't imagine. Oh,
If they're born wild, leave them out there. Leave them,
yeah. Sorry, but yes, I won't do rescue work with either one of those animals. Doop. Doop.
Yeah, yeah. You don't have to worry about the scavengers ever starving to death. It just
There'll
they'll
always
eat
be more of
anything.
them. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, we used to Ginger. I was gonna text it back to you, but it's like I feel ridiculous. We used to have parrotlets, Ginger, the little ones. We had a female and a male. The male was blue, and the female was a typical parrotlet girl with the green. Oh, and they were so neat, but just the same thing. Like talking wise, the boys usually talk, but you can't. You have to have supersonic hearing to hear like him. It just I can't even repeat. It just sounds like
Yeah.
scratch noise, like a scratchy sound.
That's weird.
But you can tell they're trying to talk, but it's so scratchy. But they're super cute. In fact, I think I told the story on here where the boy and the girl were out, and that was his girlfriend, and we had to keep them separate because they weren't good parents. They had killed, she had killed the baby that they did have, and we let them out together. And I guess he thought he was going to get lucky, and she didn't want to have anything to do with him. And so we put her away because she was getting mad. And he flew down and he bit me in the neck.
I guess they haven't heard
Wow.
of. I guess they haven't heard about the benefits of alcohol and dating, have they?
I guess he didn't want to take her out on the date. No, he just wanted to get right with it. And
Get
he
after
was
it.
not having any of that.
Mhm.
Wow.
Smart
Yeah,
girl.
a couple little boosters after dinner, and next
Yeah,
thing you
she
know.
was the smarter one of the two. We'll just say that. That's for sure. No date. No nothing.
Yeah, no
here.
dinner, no drinks, no dancing. What the heck?
No sweet
Yeah, dude. Hit the road, buddy.
That's right. But they were sweet birds. We had them for 7 years each.
Ginger says my bird says all kinds of stuff, but her favorite is "Hey baby" and "What the heck."
Oh, cute.
Really?
Oh, how cute.
That's
So yeah,
cute.
maybe Uncle Al saw the Quakers that had been, or released that were around people, and they taught each other. Because what they'll do is they'll build these huge, huge nests. They're called, like, I guess they live in like a big colony,
Yeah.
and it's almost like an ant farm up in there, like tunnels and stuff in it. But they would build them up on the top of power things, up on the top of these big, big, tall electrical things down in Miami. And so they started putting spikes all around to keep them off because it would just get more big and more big and more big. but you
Wow.
don't see them as much anymore because since they started doing that down here. Hey, unspecified bee.
Hey, thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob.
The bub,
That fish.
Yes. the fishes.
That corky.
Fish.
I'm not giving
It's
fish
me.
any attention today because she
Oh,
kind of
that's right.
she just mildly
sorry.
broke my heart. Just very mildly. I'm adapting to it, you know. But, I'll try to get over it.
Are you adapting to it?
Yeah, I'm trying anyway. You know, it's terrible.
Oh
Lost
my
half
gosh.
Lost half my sandwich and I lost my fishes today too. So
Aw.
You lost your
Not
fish
a-
sandwich?
I used to have a bird growing up. It was a parakeet, though.
Wait,
I-
I used to have a bird growing up, but it was a parakeet though. So that means
yeah,
the
it
though
wasn't like
means it wasn't a
parrot
bird?
or anything like that. It wasn't like something
Yeah,
grand.
but budgies
Yeah.
are sweet. They're sweet birds. They can bond to their owners too.
I
They can be
recall
real sweet pets.
when the last house we lived in, I would hear there's apartments behind the house, and I'd be out there gardening, and I'd hear like a landline ring, the phone ring, but you know. Then once in a while I hear a microwave.
Wait,
Beep,
how
beep,
does
beep,
how does
boo.
how does it
And,
ring? How does it ring?
yeah, you just shush. You just sit there that way. Behave yourself. No, and you know I hear these random sounds like a smoke alarm go off. And
Yeah.
then another time I'd be out there gardening, I'd hear a dump truck backing up. Boo, boo, boo. It just puzzled me because there's no trucks around. And then one day the owner had a mynah bird and was in a cage, and she took the
Oh,
mynah
they're
bird
neat.
and put it. Yeah, it was sitting there mimicking all the sounds inside the house.
Don't
Yeah.
start with that. My last dog job I had,
Mhm.
my manager had an African gray that he had
Oh,
rescued from somewhere because the owner passed away. The
Mhm.
bird was like 20 or 30 years old already.
Oh
Yeah.
boy,
They
I
have
could
to be
imagine.
loyal to
imagine.
Damn,
people.
this thing would not stop. Like he would do car alarms, the toot, 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 you know, the car.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
would do the garbage truck backing out, the telephone. He would ring the telephone and answer it.
mic-
He's like, "Hello?"
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh,
the microwave. The one that got me was a
yes,
microwave.
that one too.
I was going, how can that be so loud? That apartment's over there. What the heck? And then one day out comes this mynah bird. Oh, now don't I feel dumb? You know?
Heaven's Essentials, do you know that lovebirds they call like the mafia birds because they will actually bite each other's toes off? If you
What?
are not part of their little love nest,
love
like the male
triangle.
and the female, they will take off some toes. They will even climb out of their cage and go after caged birds next to them.
Oh,
You would never
Lord.
think with the name lovebirds.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, you would think.
So
Yeah.
vicious. You're so vicious. And birds can bleed out that way.
I could imagine.
Yeah.
If I can't have her, no one can, you know.
Yeah, we
Bob.
used to have a lot of birds, and after a while, you know, we had it for I think 6 years or so. You know, and after a while they passed away, and you know, and they're the most
Yeah.
messiest things.
Oh,
Like,
they are. Yeah. They are.
I like
Definitely.
around here. I like the ravens the most. I do
Yeah.
feed the crows once in a while when I have some tater tots or French fries or something. I throw it to the crows, but occasionally the ravens will come by and say hello. They've been a married couple for years,
Oh,
and they
neat.
stop in and land out in front and just literally. I think they're doing it just to say hello, because I used to save food especially for them. You know. They just sit there and man, they are the most chill, intelligent birds I've ever seen.
It was so cool.
Chris. It was a nice bird too, because he can't really whistle. Just kind of hung out with them. It was doing its thing, and he thought it was whistling to him. Yeah, I'm not sure. Uh-oh. Did you see it,
What?
Viper?
What am I looking at?
We got the
Sorry,
10
I'm
to
getting
15
tired.
minute. We got
I
the
got
10
a
to
nap
15
today.
I
minute.
heard it though. I heard it. Wait, hang on. I'm gonna watch the YouTube side.
What's
There's
that
a
all
delay
about?
on it. Wait for it. Wait
They're
for
making
it.
fun of
The
me because I
yawn.
Wait for it.
Oh,
Here it
It's
comes.
a timer. Ginger's
Wait
the one who let us
for
in on
it.
it,
Here.
and she's
Nope.
right.
Nope, not yet.
No, I'm doing it.
It's contagious. Oh, there it
Julie,
is.
that was hilarious.
Yep, we got 15 minutes. It's the end of the stream as we know it.
Perfect.
keep it up, Viper. We got 3 minutes till 1 o'clock here in the morning. So
Yeah.
1 o'clock. Well, it's not even 10 here. Oh,
wow, that's crazy.
It was 8 o'clock at night, and it was still like bright daylight. I filmed it. I was like,
Oh my
8
gosh, a
o'clock.
spider monkey? Yes, monkeys do throw crap.
They do, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Skin cream.
They'll throw it when you're looking too. Yeah, it's more like a mud mask.
Have a good night,
Yeah.
Gardner Josh.
There
Mud
you go.
pie.
Night,
mud
Gardner
pie.
Josh.
Those little mud pies.
Ginger,
Speaking of good
yeah, mud
nights,
pie.
I'm gonna end the stream. You guys
cow
can
pie.
stick around if you want. It's up to you. And I'm gonna end the stream because it's getting close to 1 o'clock in the morning. So
Right
I
on,
would
right
like to
on.
thank y'all for coming out and hanging out with me and all of the wonderful people on my panel. And I got a lot of newbies in here tonight, so
Yeah,
thank
that
you
was
so much for
nice.
joining us.
That was awesome.
And hit the like button. And I got a couple of videos coming out this week. And Wednesday night, I'm having Cajun hydroponics. And Monday night, tomorrow night is Media Monday. And I have a couple of new channels I'm shouting out.
Awesome.
And we will see you all tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And y'all
Later
have a good
on.
night.
Rock
Good
on,
night,
everybody.
everybody.
Peace, peace, peace.